Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
All right, welcome to the Retro Wrestling Revival. It's Friday night. Hope everybody is ready for a great weekend. We're going to kick it off tonight, and we're going to watch some WCW Monday Nitro from September 1st, 1997. I am John, and joining me as always is my partner, the man with the stutter, as smooth as motherfucking butter, Brother Martin. What's going on, dude?
Hello, is this thing on?
Hello.
No. But in all seriousness, baby, I am happy to be here, brother. We are here to have some fun, watch some good old-fashioned wrestling. We are doing our Monday Night War series. We're doing Nitro this week, baby. And this is the thing, man. They were on a gravy train with biscuit wheels, and in my opinion, they're continuing to get hotter and hotter, baby. Hotter than a Mexican lunch plate, to quote Booker T. And this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading into Fall Brawl, the road to Fall Brawl, ladies and gentlemen, which eventually we're going to Starrcade in the next couple months. And this is the thing, guys, is that just as Lex Luger's momentum essentially got cut off at the legs, we're now focusing more on the in-depth Sting and Hulk Hogan's story. Where's this going to go? What twists and turns are we going to experience tonight, John? What do we got on the docket for Nitro?
We got a lot on the docket tonight, so I apologize if my internet's a little lagging tonight. We're having a storm, so I apologize. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I can't help the weather, so if it kicks in and out a little bit, I apologize.
Weather.
Yeah, weather. Boats and hoes, baby. Catalina wine mixer.
That's right, baby.
But we got a great long show on the docket tonight. September 1st, 1997. Pensacola, Florida was the place they did it. Kicking it off is going to be Benoit and McMichael versus Eddie and Jeff Jarrett. What do you think about that one right there?
Yeah, that could be okay. The Dick Dancer outfit. As long as I get to see the Dick Dancer outfit.
Bro, this
will be well in the world.
Bro, this next matchup just makes my day right here. This is a matchup I never thought I'd ever see in a million years, but here we are. Mortis versus Silver King.
This is going to be awesome. Match of the night. I'm calling it, brother.
Calling it right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Calling it right now. First off, what's going on, Ryan? What's going on? Jeremy, great to see everybody. Yes, Jay Fatu is a beast. I just saw the end of SmackDown. He crushed everybody. Thunderstorm bringing the legend of atomic energy. Silver King. What a legend. Then we got Yuji Nagata taking on Dean Malenko.
Really? Ooh, that could be really boring. I'm calling it right now.
We'll see. Then we got the Ultimo Dragon taking on the chairman of WCW, La Parka.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, yes. I'm looking forward to that. And once again, it's like we say it over and over. Matchups like this, if given enough time, can tell a phenomenal story. So I'm looking forward to it.
This is like an AEW card for Forbidden Door. You know, it's got like 90 matches, it feels like, on this card tonight. I'm going to be reading for a minute. Then we got Buff Bagwell versus Glacier. Okay.
All right.
Lizmark Jr. taking on Villano IV.
Where's the other three Villanos?
I mean, they're out there something.
The Villano 6, I heard he's out partying.
18's pretty. He's my dude still.
Judy Bagwell she had an affair with Villano 13. I heard Buff got mad because Villano 13 was he was actually having his ass shaved most of the time. And
Villano 24 is Judy's grandchild. Nobody knows that.
Really?
Yep. 100%.
Breaking news here on the Retro Wrestling Revival, ladies and gentlemen.
Clip it to all the dirt sheets. Villano 24 is Judy Bagwell's grandchild. So,
well, there you go.
All right. And, you're going to be excited on the next match, though, bro. Hugh Morrus is here. That's not why. Nothing against Hugh Morrus.
Okay.
This is for the television championship, by the way. But we have the dancing man himself.
Mr. Alex Wright?
Alex Wright is here.
Yes. Okay.
Stevie Richards versus Damien.
Woo!
What is this card tonight, man? Traylor versus Prince Iaukea. Wow. The Cruiserweight Battle Royal.
Daniel's going to love that match.
Maybe he's going to love it. The Cruiserweight Battle Royal. Then we got Randy Savage and Scott Hall taking on DDP and Lex Luger. Boy, this is definitely not a star-studded affair tonight.
No, not at all. But normally, whenever we say that like a show's gonna be like a stinker, normally it sneaks up on us.
Probably great.
And it's probably great. So we're gonna go with it. Don't judge a lineup by its cover. Just
absolutely.
Saying.
Jason says, "Hey guys, welcome back." Thanks, Jason. I think Fatu is fucking awful. He misses moves all the time and is very sloppy. We know the only reason he has a job. Roman. Interesting take. Hey, I respect
which I support his view, but I disagree.
I do disagree, but I do see the sloppy side of it, and he's going to hurt somebody really bad if he doesn't get it under control. But that's his style, Steph. I think he's insane. I think he's going to be awesome. That's just me.
I think he's a future world champion.
I think it's definitely, to me, could be, but we'll see. But I respect the opinions of everybody. Rand says Alex Wright, the last man that Triple H faced in WCW before he ran over to WWE.
Do you think that's a coincidence? I think not. He couldn't handle the dancing man. Just saying.
You know that it wasn't a damn coincidence.
It was.
All right, let's get into this, buddy. We're gonna be on WCW Nitro once again, season 3, episode 35, September 1st, 1997 is the date we're gonna start at. Chris, are you ready to go, man?
I'm ready to rock and roll, brother.
All right, everybody. If you want to watch along with us, we're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go.
All right. From what my app just told me that apparently the price is going up to $13.99 a month for Peacock.
Well, but thank you, Peacock.
But like, regardless, even for $13.99 a month, it's still a really good deal for what they have on here.
I agree.
Hell, for $20 a month, it's worth it. I mean, this is one of the few apps that I will rarely bitch about when it comes to like the price increases, because like the content is so freaking deep.
There's such a plethora of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I get my money's worth out of it, so I'm not gonna complain. God. You know, I'm gonna get it.
This app, they help us make money, so believe me, I'm not complaining.
We love it. I hope we have this content all the time, so hope it never goes away. Well, tonight is famous for the Four Horsemen parody by the NWO tonight, folks. I'm excited to see this again. It's not just my spot. It's not your spot. It's not the spot. It's not the liver spot. Man of average intelligence, average looks, average carpentry skills.
Exactly. Arn Anderson's looked 45 since he was 19.
Bro,
Just
he
saying.
literally just has a little bit less hair on his head now than he did at some points of his career, but he
I agree.
just doesn't age, bro.
No, he's just like R-Truth. He's like the white R-Truth.
He came out of his mother's womb and looked 45 probably.
He did. And he looks like everybody's uncle. I'm just saying. Just like the pissed off drunk uncle that comes to the backyard barbecue. That's him.
See, you were smart here, Jason. He says, I've had Peacock for 2 years and signed a 5-year contract locked in at $4.99 a month.
That's fantastic.
That's the way to do it right there. Rewind's here. Rewind, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you. He says, I count 4 dead wrestlers on this card.
How's Taz doing, Rewind?
He's got some, Rewind's got some cool stuff coming to him, and Jeremy does too. Richie's going to be sending it to you guys as soon as he gets back from vacation. He just couldn't get it off in time. Rewind's going to be a happy guy. So's Jeremy and Jude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nobody's better than Taz. We've all learned that.
I agree 1,000%.
Jericho, man, has got to have heat with Rewind. He kicked Taz off the set the last 2 weeks. Not good news.
And by the way, John, send me your address again because that figure that I sent you earlier, the Hulk Hogan one.
Yes.
Which I'm going to send that to you. So
beautiful.
Because I got that thing for like $8.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. And apparently it's a limited release, and like the Python Power shirt and freaking everything else. One of the great parts about me working freaking overnights
is you can see all the stuff.
First dibs on everything, especially like with the toys and all that stuff. So like I absolutely love it.
Rewind says Taz is good and he is the GOAT.
Yes, he is. You're
welcome, Rewind. No problem, buddy. Jason said, "How was Costa Rica?" I haven't headed out yet, Jason. I'll be leaving next Tuesday, the 23rd, till August 7th. So I'll be gone for a couple of weeks.
And next Tuesday, I'm going to go see Creed.
Can you take me higher?
Yes, I can. It's going to be Creed and Switchfoot, like the main 2 headliners.
That's a great lineup right there.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
Dude, I want that denim Nitro shirt so bad.
I do. I bet if you go on Facebook Marketplace or you go on eBay, you'll be able to find it.
Yeah, I would assume.
So yeah,
as long as it's not an arm and a leg, I'd get one of those ones.
God, that'd be great. You know what? Whenever because ladies and gentlemen, we do plan on doing merchandise. Whenever we open up our store again for like t-shirts, let's get that with like the retro logo on it. I'm just saying.
No doubt, man. It's easy to do. Costa Rica, cheap rum and gorgeous ladies. Hope you have a blast. I will. I definitely will. So
yes,
I definitely will. Yes. I will have my daughter with me though. So
yeah,
I will have my daughter and my girlfriend Rewind. So that's the only gorgeous ladies I'll be hanging with on that trip.
There you go. You got like your 2 most important girls with you. So like that's a beautiful thing right there.
Cheap rum.
Indeed. Oh, speaking of Indeed, did you know that Shane McMahon was the one that did the Indeed voices?
Did he?
Yes, that was Shane McMahon.
Awesome. That is awesome.
I had no clue, but I found that out today. It was Shane McMahon. But I thought there were rumors saying that it was Bruce Pritchard. But yeah, now they're confirmed it's Shane McMahon. I'm like, that's pretty damn cool.
Shane does the Indeed.
He does. Okay,
dude, so that cut off denim on Kurt from last week that they're showing is pretty awesome.
That is badass, man. I wish I had blonde hair like Kurt.
Where do you like to vacation to, Jason? Rewind. Where do you like to go, man? Tell me some of your spots. I'm a huge traveler, so let me know. I've been all around the world and everywhere. I want to hear what your favorite spots are. Your vacations are massage on a pole matches too. He likes those when you get the massage. He's got soft hands. Did you know that, Chris?
Yeah. Very soft hands.
He's got very soft hands. He said last time.
So I've heard, and the thing
His
is
ex-girlfriend was a masseuse, so if you
Yeah.
ever need a good massage, he lives in Portland, Oregon. So
yeah. Okay,
if you're in the neighborhood,
I
you
got
got soft hands.
Oh yeah, and me and my wife, which I'm currently, which like my wife doesn't know this, but I'm currently saving money for our 15-year wedding anniversary, and
Ooh.
we're going to Hawaii.
You're gonna love Hawaii, one of my favorite places in the world.
But from doing
You're
my
gonna
research,
love-
brother, it's expensive.
It's very expensive. Trust me.
I got about $3,000 saved up right now, and
Listen to this right here. Hold on.
what's that?
Rewind says it's got very soft hands, free of charge, Martin.
I'm good, thank you. I appreciate the offer. I mean, yes, I do. Yes, I am a liberal. Yes, I am. Yes, I do support alternative lifestyles, but
soft hands, free of charge.
I'm good. My wife has very soft hands.
All right, fair enough. You like Hawaii though when you go, man. 100%, you'll love it.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
It's a great place. You're. You'll appreciate the massage more than the offer, Martin.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway,
always makes me laugh. Dude, look at what a badass Benoit looks like standing there right now. I'm not making a joke. I'm being serious. Like,
I agree 1,000%.
Dude looks like a fucking killer at this time. Jesus, I didn't mean to say it like that. Fuck me.
We know what you mean.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He looks just fucking. I'm not gonna win with this one here. He just looks like a badass, man. When you look at Benoit,
he looks like his character.
I can totally see why people saw so much in him. I mean, we talk about him all the time. He was just amazing in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just got that fucking look, man.
I agree.
Got that look of a champion.
I agree 1,000%.
Mongo does too, though. When you look at Mongo's got that look too, doesn't he?
Oh yes, Mongo does. And the thing is as some people might think I'm crazy for saying this, but I believe that if Mongo would have gotten better, like with his promos, he could have been a world title challenger. Yeah. I'm not saying like a world champion, but he could have been in main events.
This is the Chris Benoit that is the Stone Cold just after the Ringmaster drop. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just did not like. I love Kurt Hennig, but I just did not like him in WCW, Chris.
No.
I loved Rap His Crap at the end when he did the West Texas Rednecks. That shit was awesome.
Which is one of our most watched videos of all time.
Did it do over 1 million views?
Yes.
Yeah.
We.
I think that was our first million play video that we ever had. Was when we put up the Rap His Crap. I think that was it.
Our first ever million, and I'm just like, holy crap! I didn't expect it to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, like my expectation was maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 views.
Yeah.
Like no, that thing, skyrocketed.
Rewind says Chris was a bad motherfucker. He looked angry, tough, and just an all-around badass. Yeah, he sure did. Praise for Mongo for sure too, Ran. I'm glad he's going in. Dude, does Jeff Jarrett have any other fucking clothes than his Dick Dancer outfit?
We say this every week, brother.
Jesus, it's the same shit all the time. It's like, come on, man. Did he have like 10 of the same fucking Dick Dancer outfits, or was this it? Or was he just being cheap?
I guess be cheap, and you know that Jeff Jarrett, very smart businessman, very good when it comes to money. So you know Jeff was getting paid well. So you can't tell me that he couldn't afford another outfit here.
Bro, this Pensacola crowd is fucking ugly.
You know what? I got a...
they haven't ranked on the Uggo meter yet. They are an ugly-ass crowd, bro.
The Pennsylvania piss... No. Like the Pensacola piss ants.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ravishing Rick Rude didn't want to be here.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad whenever Rick doesn't want to
be here. Yeah, this Pensacola crowd is looking rough. They must have had a long weekend at this point.
I mean, Weekend at Bernie's. Like that's the same type of
movie that is.
Oh God, I love Weekend at Bernie's.
A fucking great movie.
It is.
Just get tired.
God damn.
I got you right when you were drinking too.
Yes.
Chris Benoit just drank 18 coffees before coming to the
I
ring.
just had Gatorade go through my nose.
There you go.
Okay.
You good now?
Yeah, I'm good.
I intentionally did that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
All right. So,
dude, when Mongo chucked Guerrero
Good
2 weeks ago,
God.
that pop that he got,
yes.
I'm not saying it's because it's Mongo at all. And he's going through health issues and stuff. That's not why I'm saying this. I have
He's
buried
improved
Mongo
right
at
now.
times through the years. He has gotten so over with me right now.
Oh, yeah. We used to shit all over him.
He really, really improved, and the crowd liked him a lot if you're watching this.
And, like, he's won us over. I mean,
18 coffees or a bag of Coke, one or the other.
Well, the bag of Coke, like, that'll get you buzzed quicker, but it could, but that could get you in a jail cell. So for me, I'd
listen
go
to this. This is interesting. Did you know this? I'm not a fan of Double J, Rewind says, but the guy just wins. Taylor Swift babysat his kids.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez, man.
Jeff is personal friends with the Swift family.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Wow, I didn't know that. Jude, what's going on, man? How was vacation, buddy? Hopefully it was great. Jeremy says, Jude's in the house.
You know,
Jude, I told the guys to earlier, Jude, to expect your delivery probably early next week. Richie's just going to send it when he gets back from vacation. So hopefully your vacation was great.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And you know what? Jeff Jarrett works for AEW and he's friends with Taylor Swift. Why doesn't he get Taylor on AEW? I'm just saying this in general.
Dude, Jeff is just winning at life.
He is.
And he's got Karen Jarrett as his wife. She's pretty lucky. Karen Angle, Karen Jarrett, whatever.
Yes.
Pretty beautiful woman.
Kurt Angle, you talk about somebody that, I mean, that screwed up a great opportunity with somebody for the rest of his life. Not saying that Kurt's not happy now, which I'm happy for him. He's sober. He's in a great place. But Karen Jarrett, ooh.
Jason saw Jeff Jarrett the other night on TV. Needs to stop. It's embarrassing now. Was that the stuff where he was like pandering at the end with Hangman or something like that with Daniel Bryan? Jason, is that what you're talking about? I think I saw that.
The whole thing with like the Owen Hart Foundation Cup and all that stuff. Bottom line, if you're going to put him in there and you're going to build it up, have him win the damn thing.
I don't want to see him in the ring anymore, though. Make him a manager. He'd be a great one.
I think Jeff has a phenomenal mind for the business. I think Jeff, he could do creative with Tony, and I think he could improve the show greatly. Jeff has a phenomenal mind for the business.
Yes,
Very few people know as much as he does. Let's just be blunt here.
Rand says, in the TNA days, Taylor Swift babysat the kids before Jeff's wife died. Wow. Jude found out he's going to be a grandpa again. Wow. Congrats, Jude. That's awesome. That is great, being a grandpa.
Me and you, we haven't had that privilege yet. So
thank God for me. I'm not yet. Jesus. No, don't wish that on me yet. I'm not old enough for it yet. I still want kids, more kids. So women are like Tremette buses. 15 minutes late, it'll be the next one. On a serious note, it was great to see Jeff. They got to see Martha and Owen's son. Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice moment.
Oh, yeah, I agree 1,000%. And speaking of wonderful kids, how's your son doing?
Wonderful. It's great to have him home.
So
great to have him home. So lovely to have him home, and he'll be staying with me for about 5 or 6 months or so, and then find his own place and everything. It's great to have him home. And
that's the thing, like with kids, no matter how old they get, they will always have a home to go to.
Always.
And the thing is, because it's like I tell like my son, because he's going to be going into the Air Force, and he's like, Dad, what if I struggle, this, that or the other? I said, son, you will always have a bed to sleep in. You will always have a roof over your head. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, that's for sure, dude.
So,
let's see, everybody agrees with Jeff has he could be the guy to improve AEW storyline wise. Jason says he's got a great vision. His time in the ring needs to stop, though. Yep, agreed. Jeremy says congrats to Mr. Jude. Rand says Jeff Jarrett is number 3 in the generation of the wrestling family. Yeah, because his grandmother was a promoter too, right? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
This match is still going on with Benoit and McMichael against Eddie and Jarrett.
I'll be honest, this match I have no interest in. And I hate
just done this Jeff Jarrett shit. They've really at this point in time just shoved it down everybody's throat for so long. I mean, there really wasn't any irony in Jarrett in the 90s and how much he bounced around. Because to me, he always got stale somewhere after a period of time, and then he needed to kind of go reinvent himself a little bit.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, though.
No. You're right, like 1,000%. For me, Jeff didn't become must watch for me until, I'll be blunt, the last 5 years. And that's sad for me to say, but yeah. Whenever he became like the last outlaw and stuff like that, I really became entertained by him. His stuff in TNA, it was bearable, but just, I just wasn't the biggest fan. But now I love Jeff.
Don't be a deadbeat like Mysterio, fellas.
Exactly. And
speaking of stale Jericho, oh God, yes, Jason. Jesus, it's terrible.
Hi, guys.
Oh, that learning tree shit is the worst. Oh, God. He's got Big Bill with him, calling him Redwood.
Redwood. And
Big
remember,
Bill.
The other guy that's with him, he calls him the bad apple. Get it? Because it's a tree.
So stupid. Dude, this Pensacola crowd, as ugly as they are electric. They are. They are loving some wrestling. They have easily probably been drinking about an 18-pack of beer of, Jenny Cream Ale or some shit before they came in. They are feeling real good. They are really excited. They just don't realize the shit card that's coming to them on the rest of the show.
Well, that's why they had to get drunk.
I think they'll get drunk anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
They'd be cheering on the AEW death match between Jon Moxley and who was the other guy? With Eddie Kingston came out and hovered over him.
Oh my God. Apparently Jon Moxley legitimately lost a match in a jiu-jitsu tournament and some of
more than a few. He just got beat by a what was the guy they said he was like an Uber driver?
Yes. Oh, so you saw what I was talking about.
Yes, I saw what you were talking about. I'm not disrespecting Uber drivers that they can't be badasses, but I don't know. Maybe it's time to just focus on not competing right now. Kind of ruins the allure of you when you're getting choked out by a guy that's grabbing you to take you to the airport.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Go to Pensacola.
We're going to Pensacola.
We're gonna hang out with Lee Marshall.
Dude, man. Okay, flat out. Like the tag team Mustache Mountain?
Yes.
They actually stole that from Lee.
Oh, yeah, they did. Everybody does. Buddy Schaffner says the strut was the original Fargo strut. Yes, the Jackie Fargo strut.
Yes, it was, actually.
Anyone watched Money in the Bank, one of the worst pay-per-views in a long time? I thought it was flat, too, Jason. A couple of the matches were, okay to watch. Didn't really do it for me in any way.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. And I believe that they wasted the briefcase.
I don't.
Really?
No, I don't on that.
Okay.
I don't. Just because it shouldn't be where they win it every time, and I'm sure they have enough people built up that they don't really need it. So it kind of played into the angle well. That's why I think so.
I got you.
I can understand both perspectives on it.
So, because like the main event scene right now is so strong that it's hard to believe that somebody within that match besides Drew they could beat a world champion.
Dude, that frog splash by Malenko was fantastic.
You mean Mongo?
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, I got it. Dude,
no, that was Malenko coming in.
Oh, Malenko. Sorry, guys.
That was Malenko coming in that nailed that frog splash on him. I love that, man. That was great. That's going to set up, of course, we're going to see Dean going in the Horseman here shortly. So let's see. Jericho has come to an end of all his gimmicks. He needs to realize it's run his course. He can't even really give a pass the torch rub to a younger talent. I agree. I'm just not down with it. Jeremy says the spot where the Jericho put Samoa Joe in a forklift was horrible. Seriously. And, these are the same fans that bury, like stupid shit from WCW at the end, the Judy Bagwell on a forklift match and all that crap.
Yeah.
And then here they are, and they're thinking this shit's great, putting Samoa Joe on a forklift. Yeah, that's real good.
And you know that Jericho's my all-time favorite. And
yeah, I know you love him. I love him too. It's not this gimmick.
And it's sad that I'm saying, Jericho, please, dude.
Yeah.
Don't tarnish your legacy more than what you've already done it.
Rand says maybe make him a commissioner in AEW. Yeah, definitely could be.
Jericho, he could still be a freaking on-screen person. Just don't do it nearly as much, because this is the God honest truth. He takes up way too much TV time that could be going towards somebody that could be being built up for the future. Just saying.
On Mox, Jason Statham was the transporter. Yeah, true to that, but he was driving the getaway cars. He wasn't driving people to the airport.
Oh God, yeah.
Money in the Bank was done because they're set up John Cena versus RKO for the belt at WrestleMania 41.
That would be a really, really good retirement match for Cena.
Why would the Money in the Bank though, Rand? What would that have to do with John Cena and RKO for the title at 41? Explain that to me.
Because I see the whole thing with Punk and Drew, why they did that, but
and with Seth too.
And with Seth, yeah.
They're bringing Seth into it, but I'd like to see how Cena and RKO, what the Money in the Bank setup was for that.
Yeah. Do you think Roman's returning at SummerSlam?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think he's going to wrestle or just?
I think he's gonna help Cody take out Solo.
Okay.
As Jericho would say, Dean and his dad bore us Malenko.
Yeah. Oh,
Cena absolutely should get the 7th title and truly be the GOAT. I like that.
Mark my words, Roman's going to get the biggest pop of the year. Whenever he comes back. It's going
to be huge. Jason says he works with a guy who looks like he would be the captain of the chess team. He's a legit black belt in BJJ, so be careful who you meet with the Uber driver. Could be training for a long time. That's very true, though. You never know.
That's true.
People don't know about Brother Martin. He's an 8th Dan in judo.
I am. Actually,
Hands are registered lethal weapons.
Actually, I am the master of the Steven Seagal discipline of karate, okay?
Hey, Steven Seagal teaches everybody.
So,
dude, is Scott Hall the coolest, or is he the coolest, bro?
Oh God, he is. Like, we say this every single time. The fact is you talk about the definition of cool, even in life, even in death. Scott Hall oozes machismo.
I love this build to him and Zbyszko too, because the crowd gets so behind Larry Zbyszko here in a very short period of time. They're already starting to do now. And by God, Liz looks good.
Oh, she does. Oh, like without a shadow of a doubt. And the thing is that with Larry Zbyszko, very underappreciated. A hell of a promo, a great in-ring talent, which I encourage people, because the WWE Network, they don't have a lot of the AWA stuff with Zbyszko. Go on YouTube and look up Zbyszko within like his AWA years. Outstanding work.
Mm-hmm. Does Heyman come back with Roman? Not for a while, I don't think, Jason. My opinion is that when they set up the War Games match for Survivor Series-ish, that's when I would bring Heyman back if it was me. And I think he comes back with a 4th man to help him out. I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar. And I think he's going to side them together for one night. Maybe even CM Punk, but I'd like to see Brock Lesnar come in and help him. I think they're going to wait it out.
The Paul Heyman guys team, like the modern day Dangerous Alliance. Think about that. John, like, it's a great idea.
Even if it's just for one night, it'd be cool to see.
Dude, just imagine Punk, Lesnar, and Roman and saying, all right, Bloodline, you want some of this? We can do this.
I mean, they're going to bring Jimmy back, of course. That's coming. Probably Jay's going to come over and help him too. So there's going to be a 4th one. Lord, don't give us Sami fucking Zayn. Like, give us somebody good. Give us a Brock or even a CM Punk,
And not that Sami's not good. It's just, it's the whole Bloodline thing with
Sami's a fucking bum, bro. Oh.
Really?
Yeah, he's a fucking bum to me. He looks like a bum. He just doesn't do it for me, man.
I gotcha. And
I'm surly tonight, bro.
Yes, you are. You're definitely surly.
It's
what do you think?
Spicy, man. It's because of the Nitro girls.
I gotcha. What do you think of the Wyatt 6 so far?
That's what I think of that so far.
All
It's
right.
not impressing me.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not impressing me so far. The Bo's getting over to me. The rest of them just look like retribution to me.
Well, I think the promos are good, but I think they need to be more physical and actually get in the ring. I think they need to do the in-ring promos now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. NCAA football, PS5's coming out, and Bad Blood tickets in Atlanta on Tuesday. That's going to be a good day.
Awesome.
Because Rand said because the winner of Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber will get a shot. CM Punk is set to win Elimination Chamber for a shot at the title at 41.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can see those. I just don't get how Money in the Bank really set it up. I mean, they could have held on to it and done anything with it if they wanted to. I just don't know how it sets up Cena and Orton. They could tell that story anyway, I think, to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I knew they wouldn't let Breaker beat him this early. Yeah, that was dumb to put him in early in my book.
That kills his momentum. I'm sorry, but it does.
I don't think it kills his own momentum, but it takes away the allure of the invincibility of him.
Oh, yeah. Because Breaker's a legitimate badass, man. I love watching Breaker.
He'll be a world champion in a few years unless there's unless he just absolutely becomes a train wreck, which I don't foresee him being that type of person.
Dude, Breaker has everything. He has the promo skills, everything. He is so damn good.
You know what he doesn't have yet, though?
What's that?
He does not have that the crowd behind him to the level to make him a real player yet, to be a main event talent. The crowd isn't behind him enough yet. He's got all the other skills. He's got everything there. He just has to get something that's going to bring the crowd in to want to make him the champ.
His uncle Scott should be his manager. Just saying.
It would be funny, at least. What's your prediction on Gable with the Wyatt 6? To me, I like Chad Gable. I think he's a great worker, but I don't know, man. I'm going after a bigger fish than Chad Gable. I mean, I get the whole background of it, like the Wyatt 6 talked about, but I don't know. I want to see him go after somebody bigger than Chad Gable to me. I mean,
because,
he's never won a world title. He's never been a main event player. That's
essentially, the Wyatt 6, like their logic is don't fuck your family or don't screw over the ones that love you and don't take them for granted because they could be gone just like that. Mm-hmm. And essentially, they're trying to teach Chad that, saying you need to value what you have more, which I get it. But most fans, they're like, this is really confusing. I don't understand it because they don't look into like this. We're not saying that everybody doesn't look into it deeper, but like most fans are like, this just looks random and stupid. Which breaks my heart. Speaking of pops and freaking popularity, there's a women's wrestler that is getting over on me 1,000%, and that's Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, she's great,
dude.
It's Tiffy time,
dude. Her theme is a banger. I'm sorry, but it is. I love it. The crowd reaction as soon as her theme hits, it is bonkers. I would love to see her versus Charlotte at Mania. Mm-hmm. Because she said Charlotte was her main inspiration for becoming a wrestler.
I think she's going to hold on to that briefcase for a long period of time.
I do too. They're
gonna save that for a while and make it special.
And speaking of special, man, freaking Rhea. Did you hear the crowd reaction for Rhea's return?
Absolutely, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was great to see mommy back.
And I think
Rand has an interesting. Sorry, Chris. Rand has an interesting philosophy right here. Wyatt 6 are the reason Drew will win the world title, and then we'll have Gunther versus Breaker at 41. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Is Gunther hurt? I don't know if he's hurt because they really haven't done much with him on TV. Really, a little bit. I mean, they did some promos and vignettes and all that shit.
Yeah,
and really didn't do much with
in the main event of SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's 3 Well, Cody and Solo is going to be the main event. You know that.
Yeah.
So Cody and Solo will be the main event, but Gunther and Damian Priest, will be Raw's main event.
Yeah, and do you think that Damien is a decent world champion?
No.
Okay, you're just like me, like where you think it's flat as shit. It's not believable to me.
Watching Damian Priest is like watching flies fuck. It's so boring to me in every way. He literally has no personality at all. Just
I'm the
boring
El
as shit.
Champion.
Yeah. I'll watch fucking paint dry, and it's probably more interesting than one of his matches, but that's just me. Rand says Gunther's on his honeymoon. All right, well, congratulations to Gunther.
My name is Damian Priest. I have a really deep voice.
Well, we've just talked over Mortis defeating Silver King. Now we're getting the Faces of Fear out to take on Wrath and Mortis. We haven't had this 3 weeks in a row.
This is good. And nothing against Wrath. I mean, he's a friend of the show, but good God, this is terrible.
This shit is bowling shoe ugly right now.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Canyon right now. He's getting mauled by fucking Ming.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And speaking of people that could have been world champion, I think Wrath, he definitely had the look of world champion.
He had the look, but everything else he just didn't have to be a world champion.
I got you.
The look there, loved it. Great. But just he didn't have the mic skills. He didn't have the charisma to me. Loved him as a character, though. Damien should be calling people about their car insurance. It's Mortal Kombat time on WCW. Balor's turning on Priest soon. Probably with the Gunther match, I could see him doing the turn on him.
Tippy time. No, wait. It's Mortal Kombat time.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
I love Mortal Kombat.
And I can't believe it that Liv Morgan, she's actually gotten me interested in watching her.
Bro, she's been phenomenal with this whole stuff, but let's be realistic. It's because she got the Dominic Mysterio rub.
That's true.
You know this. All right.
It's the prison rub.
Dude, Dirty Dom is a fucking stud.
He is.
All right. This man is a legend.
He is. He's got these two women fighting over him.
Could he make these Nitro girls interesting?
Actually, I think he could.
Probably.
But in all seriousness, Dominic, extremely talented, future world champion. Oh, mark my words.
So.
I think, dude, Dom, he's definitely living up to like the Mysterio name. Do I think he will surpass his dad? No. But I think he'll definitely carve out his own legacy.
I mean, I don't think he's going to surpass his dad. I mean, you can't beat Eddie Guerrero's career. I mean,
Eddie, you can't. You can't.
I mean, Eddie's career is that of a legend. So it's not fair to think Dominic can, match his level or his dad's level right there.
His Uncle Chavo, maybe.
Well,
he could.
Chavo's got Pepe. He's got Pepe.
Pepe's
Pepe's tougher than a wood chipper.
What about his mom, Vicky? Do you think that he could surpass her legacy?
Probably. Okay. And I love Vic, but probably. Just I don't think he could do his dad. No way he's doing Eddie. Dirty Dom is a future champ. He's the one to retire at Cena. That would be fucking fun right there to see Dirty Dom take out John Cena.
Actually, do you realize how big of a rub that would be?
Make him a legend, man. He already is to a lot of people with what he can do. Yeah. He does own the crowd every week. See, this is the funny fucking thing when you see people like fans love this guy. They love to boo him. They love to hate him. He owns the crowd every week, like Jason says, and like we talk about. And he has that natural heel fucking ability. This is a guy that you want to make a world champ in a short period of time.
I agree. How many people do you know that has the visceral crowd reactions like he does?
And they're not piping it in. That's the funny thing. They're not piping it in. I've seen him live a few times. And let me tell you, when I've seen him live every time, that shit is loud, man. He gets nuclear heat from the crowd.
He does.
He just does it. It's true. Like, he's that damn good, man. Yeah, but Dom's daddy is a little bit better at cheating than Dom is. I love this angle. Yeah, it's great. They're doing a great job with it. You know, they really are. They made Liv Morgan interesting to many people. Okay? They've been trying to do that for fucking 10 or 12 years, man, and it finally made Liv Morgan interesting to people, and she's doing great at it.
Oh yeah, she is. She is. And like flat out, Liv, she's actually gotten me to where I care to watch her every week. Back in the day, I could not fucking stand her. She was annoying. My wife, who couldn't stand her, is saying, "Wow, she's actually a really good character."
I've never been a fan of her ever. I buried her to the abyss. All right, throughout
we both
the years.
have.
Yeah. I'll admit it 100%. I've buried her into the depths of hell, and she is over with me right now. She's doing phenomenal work. That's why I say we'll be fair critics, but we'll also be fair at giving good critiques, not just bad ones. So, give him a pimp suit and call him Dom the Don. I like that.
You know what? Put Dom in a shark cage and have
Liv is playing Dom and Mommy. I think Finn helps. I definitely think that could be a potential too. There's a game going on here for sure.
I think Mommy's gonna be kicked out of the Judgment Day.
I don't know though. Rhea's so over, and they're listing her. They said on the internal, script sheets for the show as a babyface now. So Dom should not be a babyface anytime soon.
Yeah.
That shit didn't work before with Ray, and it's not going to work anytime soon. Keep him as a heel. So I think Dom's going to probably cost Rhea and go with Liv.
Okay, so
that's my opinion. I'm going the opposite.
So you think it's going to be Rhea and Liv at SummerSlam?
Yes, I think they'll be at SummerSlam, and I think Dom's going to cost Rhea.
And do you think that it's going to look like do you think that it's going to look like it's done on purpose, or do you think it's going to be an active?
Yep. You're going to get Dom even more heat.
Because it's going to be one of those things where Dom, he's trying not to kiss her ass up until SummerSlam. Then
you got it. He's sorry for everything that's been happening, all that shit. And then at SummerSlam, when it happens, boom, have him take her out and help Liv win and go with Liv.
Yeah, because Liv wants to take everything from her, and that would make sense.
Finn and Liv, long storytelling. Wait till AJ shows up in TNA and then comes back at Survivor Series War Games. Interesting. Okay. I want to know what happened after Monday Night Raw went off the air. What did happen?
Apparently, he was following her down the ramp. He was apologizing, and she and Rhea wanted nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they cut it off right as she was leaving the ring.
I can see them pairing, Rand. Sorry, Chris. I can see him pairing. He said Dirty Dom or Liv and Finn from Judgment Day. I can see later on down the road maybe a Damien Priest and Rhea being kind of aligned together. Maybe like that. I can see. What do you think?
I agree 1,000%. I think that you see Damien, he comes to her defense. And like Dom, he gets kicked out of the Judgment Day. One of the oddest freaking pairings is Carlito and the Judgment Day.
Is he in the Judgment Day now?
Yes.
So he's officially a member?
Yes. I think it's absolutely stupid. I think it's dumb. Okay. I think, like the honest truth is, I don't think they know what the hell to do with him.
I don't blame him. I didn't know who was jumping up and down hoping to see Carlito back on a full-time basis.
Essentially, they looked at the pop he had at Backlash last year, and they're like, wait a minute, there might be something here, and they signed him based off that. But the thing is, with all due respect, he got the pop in Puerto Rico. What the fuck do you expect?
Yeah. Here's a great one from Rewind. These guys, you guys always put out gems, each and every one of you, all the time. You guys are each the stars in your own right every night. Somebody always surprises us. I love you guys. Liv is like the angry ex-girlfriend that bangs your best friend out of spite. Do anything to get revenge. That's the way the angle feels to me. It's great. I like it. I like what Rand says here too.
That's exactly the way it's described. I agree 1,000%.
Look, this is a good one that Rand put up too. Buddy Murphy returning to WWE to go over Dom. There's rumors that all those guys' contracts are coming to an end here shortly in the House of Black. So, there's rumors of that. Who knows what's true? But Buddy Murphy coming back to help out his wife.
Just imagine the House of Black versus Judgment Day. because many people are saying the Judgment Day was a ripoff of House of Black. So,
but if we lose Damian Priest in it, your Judgment Day is going to be Carlito, Finn Balor, Dom, and JD McDonough and Rhea. Unless they do the switch with Rhea, of course. JD McDonough, Finn, Carlito, and Dom.
Yeah. JD doesn't do it for me either.
He's got a big head.
It's giant, dude. He's got like a skinny body.
What's going on with that head? He's got a forehead like a drive-in movie theater, bro.
He does. He's great in the ring. Don't get me wrong, but his character is terrible. What is his character?
I don't know. He's a munchkin. He hops down the fucking yellow brick road, I guess.
He does.
Dude, I love Malenko, and I always say Malenko can't have a bad match with anybody. And this isn't on Malenko here. Yuji Nagata is the fucking drizzling shits. He is the most boring guy I've seen on TV in ages watching these old Nitros.
I agree.
He's Furness and LaFon level of don't give a fuck.
Oh God, that's bad. Do you what kind of lotion do you think Tony Khan was using during this match?
I don't even want to know.
Jergens, Vaseline.
He's a billionaire, bro. He's getting the good stuff.
I got you.
He's going and getting custom made stuff for this. Jason says the Karrion Kross segment on Monday was just fucking awful. Most of the stuff they do with Karrion Kross is fucking awful.
Okay.
I know you love him. What do you think as a Kross fan? What do you think of this guy? And I love the guy. I love his work. I think he's awesome. Just him on the main roster is awful, bro.
They need to bring him back to NXT and like reboot.
How many times can you do it though?
It's
over.
True.
You know?
He just doesn't translate to the WWE. I'm sorry, he doesn't.
He just doesn't.
And on the independents, absolute badass. Whenever he first came into the gold brand with NXT, phenomenal. But they dropped the ball with that stupid fucking character change. You know where
he'd be a massive fucking star, Chris? Where? He would be a massive star in AEW. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, he would.
He is cut for the AEW style.
I agree.
They're going to give him freedom to do what he wants and be creative, which is where he's at his best. Yeah. He's got a great look to him. He's in good shape. He's not a bad worker. He's good on the mic, all those things. He'll get creative freedom there, and he'd be a believable killer over there for them. They'll let him be the way he's supposed to be as Killer Kross.
I agree. And that or New Japan, I could see him being a complete fucking monster.
Oh, sure. I mean, he would do it anywhere, but just WWE on the main roster. So coconut oil, it's good for massages or cooking. It's versatile. That sounds like the Valvoline commercial for cooking oil.
We use it for our hair, John. Like we use Valvoline.
Hey, Valvoline is tough. That's good shit, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can use it as steak sauce. You can put it in your car. You can comb your hair and get your hair all pretty.
Yeah. You can use it for lubricant whenever like you're with your special someone. Just saying.
Karrion Kross is waiting for Bobby Lashley to be with the next New Day cross trade for the House of Black. I don't know if that's a fair trade.
Oh,
I love him, but
yeah, and the thing is that you got a legendary manager like Paul Ellering, and he's not doing shit. That I once again I love Kross, but his stable, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Just I don't know.
Who we got coming out here with the beats? Let's see. Oh fuck! It's the Nitro girls again.
Oh my god, Triple H loves Kross, and that's the main reason why he's doing what he's doing for Kross. But like you said, it's not translating very well at all.
Dude, when you watch Kimberly Page dance compared to the other Nitro girls, she's not even in their fucking league, and she's the leader of it.
I agree.
She's like literally out of sync this whole dance, and this is coming from me. I couldn't dance to save my life, and I can even see it.
What's your Nitro girl name, John?
I'm going to be, let me think on this one.
Gemini? I mean,
Krusty.
I don't know. Krusty?
Krusty.
Crusty. Okay.
I'm a crusty old bastard.
I'm a crusty old.
No,
I'm a
gimpy, man.
crusty
With
old
my bad leg,
bastard.
I'll be up there dancing.
Hey, I wonder if there's actual fans that have mailed shit to that address even after the company shut down.
They might have. All right, Jeremy. I'm going to get to your comment in a second, but I have to do something first.
What?
Give me just a minute.
I know what you're about to do, John.
You know it's coming. Hold on. I just love this. You brought it up, not me, when it comes to it. This guy's a stud.
He is.
A man amongst men.
I mean, he's a pussy pirate. I'm just saying. Let's just be honest.
This guy is a bad dude. He's a bad dude. Hold on one second. Here we go.
Come on.
Jeremy says, an idea just hit me. Rewind needs to meet Richie in person and give him the Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey dance.
Oh God, that's great.
Do you think we should do that to Richie? Let him do the Gigolo Jimmy dance for him?
We should.
I think that's a good idea.
We need to set something up where like we all come together. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got to do that soon, man. We got to get everybody on.
Yeah.
You'll do the Gigolo dance.
I will.
Rewind's massaging Richie. I'm in the HBK biker shorts, as he said.
Okay, that's fascinating.
Dude, look at this guy. There he is.
Oh my God, yes.
Dude, look at the Gigolo go.
That's what I was talking about.
Jimmy's got the moves, man.
God damn, yes.
Imagine Rewind doing this to some poor, unsuspecting member of the Retro Wrestling Revival here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
He said he paid good money for me to dance in my HBK shorts.
You talk about a gut buster. Oh, man.
Dude, look at Jimmy go. Look at those moves. Dude, Jimmy Del Rey was a pussy magnet.
He was.
Could the ladies ever deny the Gigolo shuffle?
No, I mean, like, he's a pussy pirate. I mean,
what a guy.
Getting booty everywhere he goes.
What a guy Jimmy is. He's a hero of mine.
He's a pussy pirate that gets booty no matter where he goes. Just saying. Just
Cross should do commentary for a bit. Why do you think he would be at commentary?
I think he would be good at commentary. He's very articulate. Very articulate. And I mean, but I hate saying this, but like the WWE, they dumbed down his vocabulary. But if you were to listen to his non-WWE promos, you would see how articulate Cross is. It's unbelievable. So, yeah.
I think you just found JD from the Judgment Day's new gimmick when they end.
Oh,
the Nitro Girls, they were first to the Spice Girls, excuse me. Nitro Girls first, there was the Spice Girls, then the Nitro Girls. And then first there was the Fly Girls on in Living Color, too.
There you go. And their most famous member was...
So they kind of got it from.
Jennifer
I can't breathe, I'm laughing.
There you go.
Yeah, she did pretty well for herself, wouldn't you say?
Just a tad bit. One of the most famous.
I would never date Jennifer Lopez. You know why?
Why?
That fucking chick is cursed in any relationship she's in. There has to be something wrong with her.
There's a pattern, and it's not the men. I'm sorry.
This is like her fourth or fifth divorce already, right?
Yes.
Stop getting married.
She's like the original. No, wait. She's the modern day Elizabeth Taylor. There you go.
She's my matcher. It's at one point in time. I think she's got to hit 6 for that. It could happen. It could happen. All right. I mean, well, fucking Ricky the Dragon has been married 5 times too. He's another one. He should stay the hell away.
And it's messed up because Ricky's such a good person.
I know. He just doesn't have any luck with marriage, I guess. Jimmy looks like the guy who buys you beer when you're 16 and comes back with a 5-pack and no change.
Yes.
He's always asking for your mother's number.
Yes. Yes.
That's great shit. You know what's not great shit? The fucking matches tonight. These are terrible, bro.
Good God.
This is awful, this show. Do you agree?
The show's been garbage.
Oh, we're having more fun just talking about random things. I'm sorry we're not talking a lot about Nitro, folks. There is absolutely nothing to talk about on this so
the
far.
conversation we're having is a lot more entertaining.
Fun. It's more fun. This shit sucks.
Yes. And apparently, Mr. Enzo Amore, you know he's one of my favorites. He's a part of Memphis Wrestling now.
That's gonna fucking make you some big cash.
Modern day Memphis Wrestling.
I'm sure they're clamoring for that one.
Honestly, dude, I think Enzo is one of the best talkers of the past 15 years. It's just a damn shame that he got falsely accused of something and he got fired because of that.
I think it was just a good excuse because he was such a gigantic pain in the ass there that they wanted to get rid of him anyways.
I gotcha, but the guy got ratings and he was a huge merch seller. So
he was fun on the mic.
He was.
He was definitely fun on the mic.
So
Dragon is such a good worker though, man. He really just he can go. It's just a shame that the American crowd this time just did not get into him.
No. Dragon is fantastic. I found a modern picture of Ric Flair's daughter Megan, and which I'm going to send it to you. She's absolutely stunning, and I mean that in like the most respectful manner. And you think she could inspire her husband? Bro,
we get some fucking characters here sometimes. Jin freaking Ping, United States of America, acknowledge me. Well, should we acknowledge Jin freaking Ping?
Yes, Jing Ping. Okay,
we acknowledge you straight from the United States, Jin freaking Ping.
Okay, look at the picture of Megan that I sent you.
Where'd you send it on?
A messenger.
Okay. Nice finish there by the Dragon.
Oh, there you go. All right.
No story really to this match. I know they've tried over the last couple of weeks, but that was a decent match at least.
Yeah, it was. And Megan looks phenomenal. And
I mean she's doing a bodybuilding, right?
Yeah, and I'm happy for it. She looks great. And do you think Conrad has taken some tips from her when it comes to health?
I don't think you're ever going to have to worry about Conrad bodybuilding anytime soon.
No.
That shit ain't happening. Sorry to tell you.
I'm just, yeah. Anyway. All right. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful scoop slam. What the fuck?
They're trying to get the crowd into this. Choking Sonny Ono
the Dragon Sleeper.
The Dragon Sleeper is an awesome finisher to me.
I agree. The badass. It's badass. Whenever The Undertaker used to do it, I loved it. The Dragon Sleeper.
I love the way the Dragon does it the most. I think it's awesome. And let's be realistic, the crowd really was never fans of Sonny Ono anyway, so it was a good excuse to get a little pop for the Dragon at the end. Who's that with double A right there? Is that Wildfire Tommy Rich?
No, that's Buddy Landell.
Is that Buddy Landell?
Yep. Nature Boy Buddy Landell.
Look how young he is.
Yeah, Buddy Landell. You talk about somebody ripping off gimmicks.
Yeah. The Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Wow. He is young there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he is.
Look who's here. It's the Meat Sauce Master, Vincent.
That's what I'm talking about. Vincent.
Coming out with Buff the Stuff.
And Vincent had to shave Buff's back that night because apparently Big Booty Judy was with Villano 64. And yeah. I mean, she ran through the other 63, so.
Dungeons and Dumbbells, I will not air that comment due to it being racist. I'll get in trouble. So, Jin friggin' Ping wanted to acknowledge us, but we can't say what you just said, man. Sorry.
Yeah, that's really inappropriate.
Yeah, not going to do it, buddy, but I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete it for your own sake.
Yeah.
Can I be serious for a minute? Lance Storm, Roman Reigns, yes.
Actually, that would be a hell of a match.
Somebody with a personality and charisma versus fucking boring as shit.
If you're just basing it strictly off the in-ring match and not the characters, I think it could be a good match.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. WWE's completely killed the Luchadors. Jason says, kind of sad to me. I would love to see him over there more too. That's just my opinion. So,
I'm gonna let you know this right now. When it comes to the jobber match of the day, whenever I post for tomorrow, I am going to be posting a match between Al Snow and four midgets.
All right, interesting.
And a hardcore match.
Speaking of jobbers, yeah. Glacier's out.
Oh God.
There you go. All right, Jeremy's got a question. He says, who are we picking here? Prime, in their prime, Ultimo Dragon versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Who are you going with, Chris? I'll let you go first.
Ricky, hands down.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close to me.
Ricky, absolute legend, the greatest babyface of all time. I can't go against it. And then after meeting Ricky twice, one of the most kick-ass, awesome human beings I've ever met. So just, yeah, Ricky.
I love Dragon. I really do. I think it'd be a great match between them. I think they would tear the house down, but no way I'm taking him over Ricky.
Ultimo versus Ricky the Dragon. Who is the ultimate dragon? There you go.
Would that not be a fun matchup, though?
It would. It would be outstanding.
Who do you guys got in this right here? Let me throw that to you guys, too. Dragon, Ultimo Dragon, or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Who are you picking on this? All right. And Rand says more Mortal Kombat Invasion. Rewind's going with Ricky, too, so he's on board with us.
I think that, believe it or not, Steamboat, he could probably still wrestle today.
I wouldn't put it past him. He was one of the most naturally gifted wrestlers in the ring to me.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
He made everything look easy. He was just so good.
And he's just like Rey Mysterio. You can't see him as a bad guy at all.
I would agree. There's no way he would have got over as a bad guy for Ricky.
Rey Mysterio, the closest thing he was ever to being a heel, it was with the Filthy Animals.
That shit was terrible.
Yeah. Oh God, it was.
Hootie-hoo!
Hootie-hoo on the radio. Yeah.
Rand's going to go with Ricky, too. Jeremy says WCW missed out on Great Muta versus Ricky as well. They never had any matches, Jeremy? That surprises me.
Dude, that would tear down the house. Man, Muta was amazing.
He probably needs to because of alimony payments.
Oh.
I hope he doesn't have to continue to pay that in his older age now at this point. I hope they've moved on and he's got no more alimony.
How much alimony do you think Flair's paying right now?
I don't even want to know. I couldn't even fathom to think it.
Yeah.
I don't know how alimony works. I've never had to pay alimony to anybody. So I think if they get remarried, you don't have to pay alimony anymore.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So if they got remarried, I'm sure he probably doesn't have to pay it right now. But maybe I'm wrong on that.
I would love to see just have like a camera crew follow Ric Flair every time he goes to a Waffle House. I just want that'd be so entertaining.
I watched him. Jeremy sent over to me Bert Kreischer had him on his show, and boy, Bert Kreischer is an interesting guy. I like him.
He is. He's funny shit. Theo Vaughn is amazing as well. Yes.
One of my favorites. Bert's great, man. It's like Jeremy, tell me the name of it. I forgot of it right now. I don't want to get it wrong.
Three bears in a cave.
No, he's cooking while he's talking to his guest because he likes to cook. It's like Bert is Cooked or something like that is the name of it. Yeah. And he had Flair on recently. And
how was it?
It was the most interesting I've ever heard as a Flair interview, and I've heard so many of them. But Rick is really a sad guy when I watch it because this guy just loves to talk about himself and sell the same stories and live in his mind that he's still the nature boy and stuff. And it's sad to see that he just can never let that go. And Bert did a great job with the interview. It's called Something's Burning. I would definitely suggest checking out the show, folks. It's really interesting.
So like you're telling me that Rick can't separate the character from the human being.
I mean, he's admitted that a million times. To me, it's that he's like Peter Pan. He never wants to grow up. You know,
And it's like, yeah, sorry, but you got to grow up. That's just the reality.
Bert's wife like cried when she saw him because she used to watch Flair with her dad as a little kid and sit on her dad or her granddad's lap or something, and you know, she just was in awe of Flair on the show. And you know, Flair was nice about it. It wasn't like he was a dick to her or anything like that. But he says to her, I don't know if it was a joke or just whatever. Probably it was a joke. Maybe I'm taking it out wrong and out of context. He's like, he said something like, you know, how does it feel knowing you're seeing the guy that you know used to sit on your daddy's lap and watch or whatever. I'm like, I was like, that's fucking arrogant a little bit to me, but that's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh, dude, Jason, he's still around, man. Leo Rush. So Leo Rush. He was funny as hell with Bobby Lashley, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was. And Leo is a phenomenal wrestler. I mean, a hell of an in-ring talent. Great promo. Honestly, yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I know he went to AEW for
he's in AEW now.
For like a couple. Oh, okay. So
he's back there. Yeah, he's back there.
Okay.
He was living abroad and had some issues with money or something. You know, I don't remember exactly what the deal was, but
yeah,
he went through like a crazy tumultuous period. He seems like I don't know. To me, like my perception is when I see him is he's a guy that's great when he comes over and burns bridges pretty fast and doesn't like staying in one place long or just can't, one or the other.
He's like Enzo.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. He's retired like 19 times now. So yeah, Rand says he's in AEW. Yeah, he was there. I think he just wrestled last week or something, or a week or so ago.
And Leo's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal wrestler.
He's a great worker. He was phenomenal as that chicken ship manager with Bobby Lashley.
He was.
That was probably the most interest I've ever had in Bobby Lashley.
I agree 1,000%. And that's whenever Lashley he came back to WWE, right? And Leo was his.
I think it was a little after he came back. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I think it might have been a little bit after. They still had the Cruiserweight division at the time, I believe. So it was 2 weeks ago that he last appeared in there. I remember the shit he did with Elias, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yes.
He'd run around and play the chicken shit and do the flips and stuff.
Oh, speaking of like the podcast and all that, with Theo Vaughn, with people that I found interesting that I thought I would never find interesting, I listened to the podcast with Theo Vaughn and with Mr. Tucker Carlson, and you know my views on like that side of the aisle, and Tucker I actually like now. I think he's a really good human being, and he's very misunderstood. And Theo got that out of him.
I haven't listened to the Tucker one.
And the thing is that it's kind of like, with even Tucker, he said whenever you're working for certain networks, you have to essentially, not that you're playing like a character, but you have to go by their guidelines.
Sorry, buddy.
No, you're good. You're good.
I just get a couple comments that are coming. Leo was way better than MVP's stupid ass.
I like MVP.
He came in the same day Mark Henry left AEW. Coincidence? Yeah. Jason said, your boy, John, Mark Henry. I think anybody that's watched this show for a little period of time knows that Mark Henry is probably one of my least favorite people in professional wrestling. I fucking find him just repulsively obnoxious, overvalues himself in every way, acts like he's Hulk Hogan in The GOAT, and he tells the most bullshit stories I've ever heard in my life. Like,
I got you.
Dude, just bullshit stories with Mark Henry. I mean, he said when Leo had the issue with him, he said he was going to send a delegation after. Remember that, Chris? The fuck? The Black Secret Society. It was a secret society of black wrestlers. And
is he the president of that?
I guess that he was on the delegation. You know, I'm royalty. I'm like, shut up, you fucking goof. This is wrestling. Go away.
And the thing is that, yeah, like Mark Henry, he was injured 75% of the time. So, yeah. Anyways.
Ricky and Buddha did have a match in Japan, but never in WCW or NWA. Thank you, Jeremy.
I did not know that.
Interesting. We might have to look that up one day. Rewind said, I tried to listen to Theo Vaughn and Tucker Carlson. I couldn't get through it. I can't stand the dude. Which one? Tucker Carlson Rewind? Is that the one?
Because
I don't like Tucker Carlson either.
Well, okay. I separate the on-air from the actual human being. And he's more bearable than what I thought. There you go. That's a nice way to put it. I don't
like how he stabbed the dude in the back that he was supporting forever and said all that shit about him. And then re-sided with him again, and people heard the recording. So
I got you.
Man, go with your guy. That's just to me. It's I get why he does what he does. I'll listen to the interview though, and I'll get back to you on that next week. I'll listen to it.
It's really fascinating. It's really fascinating. I can't believe that I'm saying that I enjoyed it. And
no, that's being fair and biased. You're giving your opinion. That's good.
And you know that I'm a liberal, so like for me, it's just one of those things to where that I gave it a chance, and I'm like, all right, he's not that big of an asshole as I thought he was. Because there's a lot of things that we have in common, because it's like the old saying, we might think that we're extremely different, but if we sit down and we were to talk, we would realize that we all have more in common than we would like to admit. Yeah. And that was pretty much one of those things. So, all right. Oh, who we got in the ring?
Mark Henry's secret group went after Hogan.
Oh,
yeah, Tucker, his personnel, he's fucking weird. He's full of propaganda. I don't know. I have friends on both sides. The dude's fucking weird. I agree.
I gotcha.
But I respect everybody's opinions. What I love is this match on the Villanos, or the mask on the Villanos right now. Look at their mask and see if you see what I'm seeing right now.
Hold on.
Okay, look closely at their mask.
Lizmark, and is it the same mask?
Nope. Look at look at his mask and see if you can see what's making me laugh at this.
Okay, the red mask or the silver?
The red mask on Villano.
Okay, it looks.
Look at above where the lips are with the tape. Look what they did.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Jesus Christ! This. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
So, since they're not going to show this guy's face for some reason for us right now, it looks like he's got one of those mustaches, that those, like with this is the stereotypical ones, like they, would say with the sombreros and stuff. It's like that
the mariachi singers.
Yeah, like the mariachi, like mustaches and stuff. And that's what it looks like there. And I don't think this is the same Lizmark Jr. that we've seen a few times. This guy looks really big compared to that guy.
Well, the reason why masked wrestlers were so famous in Mexico partially was because they could switch in and out.
Absolutely.
The wrestlers. And that's smart.
I mean, I don't think many people would give a fuck about who's under the Lizmark Jr. mask or anything like that. Just, I don't know. It looks to me like it's somebody different than what we've seen throughout the years.
The biggest example within WWE that I can think of who was Doink, where like they could just switch out the character like with people. But Matt Bourne was hands down the best Doink.
Oh, 100%. He was great. Jeremy's got a question for you, Chris. He said, did you notice Carmelo Hayes' ring gear at Money in the Bank, that it was a tribute to Benoit?
I did not notice that, but I'll definitely look into that.
It's got the Wolverine marks on it, and the colors you can see are kind of a tribute to him. He pointed it out to me during the show, and when I looked at it, I was like, wow, it's a really good pickup.
Which I'm shocked that they actually let him wear that.
Yep. Does Lizmark Jr. here look like a cruiserweight?
Not at all.
This guy looks like he's about 6'5" to me here. Maybe it's because Villano IV is so small. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe that's it. But this guy really does not look like you know who it looks like to me? Dude, look at that. It was the most pathetic drop kick ever.
It
looks like Evan Courageous under the mask.
It does.
I think it is.
It looks like Evan Courageous, or it looks like Santos Escobar.
Yeah, I think he was maybe I don't even think he was born at this point. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, Lizmark, whichever version of it is, he's doing his best. But
yeah,
what is with them tonight and putting on these matches that nobody cares about?
I don't know. Just to fill time, and they're not promoting War Games at all right now.
Zero, and it's coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
crazy, right?
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but the fact is that I love World Championship Wrestling, but one of like my pet peeves besides the match finishes was their lack of build up for the shows. And
100%.
it's just kind of,
I agree.
It's kind of like you got like a massive pay-per-view coming up. You got the potential like to make millions of dollars, and yet you're just like, fuck it, just randomly put up cold matches. And yet it's funny how Tony Khan wants to talk shit about WCW when in fact he does the exact same thing in certain aspects. Just saying.
They are trying to make something out of this dumpster fire of a match between Lizmark and Villano, and nobody cares.
No one gives a shit.
Do you notice the music that that Lizmark has? Do you notice whose music it is?
Yeah, no, who is it?
It's Screamin' Norman Smiley's song.
Dude, Norman Smiley. I love Norman.
The Big Wiggle.
That's right, baby. The Big Wiggle.
You know, I went down a Norman Smiley rabbit hole the other night. I don't remember why, but we were talking about old wrestling and hardcore or something. I can't remember who it was.
YouTube rabbit hole?
Yeah. That's usually like when you post on the page, I can tell when you're going down a rabbit hole and what you're going down, because you'll like go down this rabbit hole and start, or like for messages, you'll send me like 20 different of these cool and funny videos all at once because you go down that rabbit hole. And I went down a Norman rabbit hole the other night, and the guy was hilarious, bro. So fun.
Oh god, yeah. Which I saw like a video the other night with Ralphus getting smacked in the head with a steel chair. Just yeah.
What a guy Ralphus is.
Dude, Ralphus, man. One of like my greatest stories ever hearing about Ralphus is him banging rats. I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
Ralphus had rats, folks. That's the facts.
That's the facts, Jack.
Am I the only one, Jeremy says, who thinks Will Ospreay looks like Raging Cajun in WCW? Lash LaRue. That's a good, I would agree in a lot of ways.
Actually, yes.
He's got a lot of the features to him. I think he's got lighter colored hair than the Raging Cajun, but.
Dude, Lash LaRue is a hell of an artist.
He's an amazing artist. I've seen a lot of his paintings and stuff. It's really cool. Hey, Chris, could you take the reins just for a couple minutes, please?
Diego Poo-Poo.
No, you know how it goes.
It goes in, it goes out. All right, brother. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Lex Luger. He's with Mean Gene, by God. And I hope everybody's having a phenomenal night so far. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your love, for your support. For fans, by fans, and like to let you guys know, we have hit over 50,000 followers on Facebook here. And me, John, and Richie, we couldn't be more grateful because honestly, the fact that we are where we are, it ain't just because of us, it's because of you guys. So thank you so much. And mind you, our goal was 10,000 followers for the year, and we're at 51,000 right now, and it's just amazing. So guys, let's go onward. Let's make a goal for the end of the year, 70,000. I think we could do it. I think we could achieve it. And by this time next year, I'm hoping 250,000. I think that's obtainable. 250 by this time next year. So there you go. All right, hold on. The NWO has been built, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what the hell? Lex Luger, absolute phenomenal look. I loved him in the ring, but like his shortcoming His shortcoming, his thing that he was not that great at was promos, and of course, whenever you talk about Lex Luger promos, you can't not bring up the T-shirt promo where Lex got into a fight with a T-shirt. The T-shirt's it's too small, Billy, or whatever. But yeah, that's right. So yes, Page Nocho, baby, how you doing, if you will? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're having some fun here. We got the fan zoom, the DDP bang. All right, Johnny do Taco Bell shuffle. That's right, Jeremy, he did. All right, Lex Luger should have been a champ at this point. I agree 1,000%. And like I said before, I think that they should have had it to where it was Lex as a champion, let's say from August through November. Have Hogan beat him before Starrcade. Then you go into Starrcade with Sting and Hogan. I think that would have been more believable because this is the thing, guys. No one had a hotter summer and was as hot as Lex Luger at this point, but unfortunately, him losing at Road Wild, that completely killed any momentum that he had, and it's a damn shame. It is, because his rise for that period of time, it was so organic. The fans wanted it because Lex was really putting in the work, and the fans really cared. And unfortunately, Hulk Hogan snuffed that shit out. The creative control, brother. And the funny part about it is that Bischoff, which I love Bischoff, and you guys know this, Bischoff has claimed that Hogan rarely, if ever, used his creative control. I don't believe that. I love Hogan. I think he's one of the all-time greats, but it's hard for me to believe that he barely used his creative control card. I think that was one of those things right there where Hogan's like, all right, I'll drop the belt to him, but I'm only going to drop it for a week. So it is what it is, unfortunately. In a perfect world, Luger and Sonny would have been a team. Rand, come on, brother. That would have been fun, though, to watch. Huge car wreck. Lex get beat at Hollywood Havoc. Okay, yeah, I could see that too. And then after Hogan, he wins the belt, you got Sting and Hogan facing off with each other. Lex gets his rematch the very next night on Nitro, loses, of course, and it just builds up to Starrcade. And Lex he's that supporter of Sting the whole entire time in there. And you could have Sting and Lex as the ones that are trying to defend WCW. I could see that. That's actually not a bad idea. All right, I got a match for you from the WrestleMania Booking Show. Dog collar match, Piper versus Punk. God, dog collar match. That would be absolutely amazing. You talk about somebody that has heavily influenced CM Punk. I would have to say Piper's up there. Which it's obvious, like his main influence is Bret Hart. But Piper, especially like his promos, absolutely a massive influence on Punk. I think that would be an absolute barn burner dream match. Just think about it, guys. Just by the crowd reactions and how amazing Punk and Piper are with ring psychology and with like holding the audience in the palm of their hands. Just imagine that. I could see it on the level of a Rock versus Hogan from WrestleMania. Like, just like the crowd eating up every little thing that they do, every single movement, gesture, facial, everything. I could really see it in that. That's a phenomenal idea right there, brother. All right. Punk is Macho, Piper, and Hitman Kid. Yep. I agree 1,000%. I forgot Randy Savage, but you're right. No, you keep the belt on Hogan. Starrcade, Sting versus Hogan is where all the money's at. If you drop the belt to Lex and Hogan wins it back, loses money. Which I understand where like you're talking about Rewind, but I'm speaking of that if you're going to switch the belt to Luger, which they did, they should have let him have it at least for 1 or 2 pay-per-view cycles. Because essentially, it was a massive deal for him to beat Hogan. And it's just one of those things to where it's like, it essentially didn't happen, and they erased it, saying, all right, back to the status quo, back to the normalities, like within 6 days. So it's just kind of like, I love the moment of Lex winning it, but if they, but based off the direction they went, they might as well have just had Hogan beat Lex on Nitro and retain the belt. The build up to Starrcade with Hogan and Sting was huge. I agree. I believe it was the biggest build up in the history of World Championship Wrestling. And you talk about absolutely phenomenal storytelling up to the match. You talk about something that you could define to fans on why you love the business when it comes to the storytelling aspect. I can't think of very many storylines that had a better build up than Sting versus Hogan. Absolutely amazing. And then, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's like they say, certain people. And then the bell rings. Hogan, I'm not the biggest fan of his wrestling at all. I'm not. I think Hogan's very boring in the ring, but I cannot deny the fact he's a hell of a character. Fun on promos. He gets me invested in what he's doing, and then the bell rings. It's kind of like The Rock. I know this is not very popular for me to say this at all, but I love The Rock's promos. I love his character work. I love everything about him. But like his matches, they're not very entertaining to me. That's unless there's bells and whistles included. That's kind of like the WrestleMania match that he had. There was a lot of gaga involved, but it worked, and it made like The Rock look great. Less is more. Like The Rock didn't go beyond what he knew he was capable of, and he was smart for that. Some wrestlers are like, fuck it, I'm just going to go full bore and expose myself even for my shortcomings. The Rock's smart enough at his age now where he knows his limits, and he extenuates and shows his strengths, and he hides his weaknesses. He's very good at that now. As weird as this sounds, The Rock's matches he's had later in his career are more bearable for me to watch than his older stuff. Just saying, as crazy as that sounds. All right, got one more. Coffin match, Darby versus Vampiro. I think, once again, you talk about the build-up, you talk about the promos, everything, like the similarities between the characters. I think it would be outstanding if done right. If Vampiro, whenever he does business right and he wants to be like a decent human being, he is one of the greats when it comes like to characters. And Darby, absolutely, he's won me over 1,000%. The best Darby match that I've ever seen, and some people might think I'm nuts for this, but it was a match between Darby and Jeff Hardy. It was back in January whenever me and my wife, we went to go see Dynamite live, and they had a taping of Rampage. And the match that they had to open up the show for Rampage, it was Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy. That was one of the best live matches that I've ever seen. And Darby, he completely like won me over on that. Darby and Vamp absolutely would be amazing. Okay. Lex carry it to Halloween Havoc, lose it in classic betrayal at the end with Buff Bagwell turning Lex Luger, and then put the story on Buff Telcade. I could see that, Rand. Like, that's actually not a bad idea whatsoever, if you will. I think Buff would be that would be like a great way to build up someone that's like a lower mid-carder. And there you go. I think you could have Buff screw Lex at Havoc, and then like that could transition Lex and Buff. And you could have Hogan win the title, and like that could justify the move on with Sting and Hogan. So, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? Disco Inferno's in here, huh?
He is. Or
Is
Mr.
this the birth of the Dancing Fools?
I
That's
don't know.
later on, though.
I can't believe you missed the entrance of Alex.
I'm bummed out. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that later.
Shame on you.
Shame on me. Look at him. Look at that cruiserweight champion. He's the television champion. Sorry.
Mellow yellow, baby.
Look at him dance. There he goes. Who's got better moves, Das Wonder Kid or Jimmy Del Rey?
Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not even close. Dumb question I just asked.
Jimmy the King Del Rey.
Jimmy the King. Yeah. Give me another beer.
This is one of Dusty Rhodes' favorite drinks, by the way, that I'm holding.
What do you got? Let me see. Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow, baby.
Disco Inferno, the stunner of WCW.
That's right.
Dude, look at the Nitro girls. Get ready to party.
Yeah, woo!
The money they must have wasted on the Nitro girls' outfits. I said it last week. I'll say it again. These chicks must have had like 8 different outfits throughout this night. What's the payoff to this?
I don't know. Jeremy had a phenomenal match idea. Piper versus CM Punk in a dog collar match.
Yeah, he did that on his WrestleMania card. It's fantastic. I love it.
And you talk about the build up just with the promos. Mm-hmm. Good God, it would have been amazing.
Shit, yeah. Disco Inferno is also what John calls his bathroom runs after Taco Bell.
Oh, that ain't right. So yeah,
dude, Mike today is loving the Nitro girls at this moment. Look at him.
He's loving life. He's loving life. Good for him.
He is living his best life.
Yeah,
that one chick sucking helium out from the balloons.
She seems like your type, John.
Dude, she's taking whippets right now, and she's a beautiful Asian woman. I don't remember her name, but she's doing whippets, whatever she's doing.
Oh my God. So yeah.
Nitro party, Chris. All you gotta do is write to 1 CNN Center, P.O. Box 60.
There's probably smart ass fans that have literally years afterwards messaged them.
We should all send them a message and say, "Bring back Nitro, you bastards."
Who killed WCW, John?
WCW killed WCW.
I think between the guaranteed contracts and the horrible executives.
AOL Time Warner. They killed it.
I don't know. You got people that want to blame Bischoff and Russo and all that, and Pence. They could not have controlled it, whether it died or not.
Nope. It was all AOL Time Warner.
Oh, I love this.
I love this kind of whatever they call it, a vignette or whatever it is of Sting when he came out as the Crow a couple weeks ago. And just all the deceit that's been done to poor Sting.
Yeah. And like I was saying earlier, with the wonderful fans we got here, our friends, our buddies, our pals, the greatest build-up in the history of World Championship Wrestling for a match was Starrcade 97 between Hogan and Sting. And then, unfortunately, the bell rang.
And then it was done.
It was done. And the thing is and some people don't like me saying this, but like with Hogan later on, I loved his character work, but I was not a fan of his matches. I thought they were god awful. The same goes for The Rock. Some people are like, what? And for me, I love The Rock's promos, his character, all that shit, but I was not a fan of his wrestling. Up until like his most recent matches, because The Rock now realizes less is more. And like the Rock WrestleMania match for me was one of my all-time favorite Rock matches. The one that he had back in April.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock was fantastic in it. But he didn't do a lot either. And it's just kind of like you extenuate your strengths and you hide your weaknesses. and The Rock is phenomenal at doing that now. But did you know the Rock is responsible for World Championship Wrestling dying? According
That's
to
what
The
I
Rock.
thought. That's what I thought. The
No offense,
jabroni.
what the fuck does The Rock have to? He produced that apparently.
The Who Killed WCW documentary.
Yeah,
his company $7 produced it.
it's like, no offense, with all due respect, I get that you want to get the story out there, but what do you have to do with that? Just anyways.
Yeah, the jabroni Hulk Hogan. Hawk Tua.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny might be the most downloaded woman in AOA history, but the money to buy out Time Warner. Okay, killed WCW. Yep. Who we got out now? Stevie Richards, and then who's this? Damien.
Damien 666. That's right.
Dude, Damien looks like a Hispanic, homeless-looking version of Marty Jannetty.
Oh God, yes.
Doesn't he?
Yes.
He looks like a Hispanic version of Marty Jannetty that's homeless.
I agree 1,000%. Speaking of
Raven's gonna get the DDT. Boom, that's it.
Oh,
good night.
God. Second greatest DDT in the history of the business. And they're like, second, yes. Jake Roberts has the best DDT of all time. So yeah.
The bell has rung now, and Mickey J's gonna look like, what the fuck happened to this guy?
And have you checked out Stevie Richards' new show?
No, I have not.
Because apparently the guy that does the show with Dutch Mantel, he does a show with Stevie now.
Okay. The guy's got a good channel though. He seems like he does very well.
He had to cancel the show with Shane Douglas. He flat out said the show was not making money. It wasn't getting the views that he wanted. And Shane's internet connection was absolutely dreadful. And he couldn't do that for like the sake of quality. He didn't want to deal with that. They're like, damn, how many podcasts has Shane had?
Well, he's had plenty of them, and then you got some jabroni podcasters out there that think they're big time because they did a show with Shane Douglas. And the reality is the guy told you exactly what it was. This guy's got an extremely profitable YouTube that he was losing money on doing it with him. So if you want to brag about doing a show with him, realize that the dude was losing money on him. I don't think he's made much of anything in podcasting. I don't find him interesting. That's just me.
I like Shane. I
know you love him. I know you love him. I don't find him interesting.
Yeah. I think Shane's a great storyteller, but that's
I haven't given him enough of a try to listen to him to be able to judge about the storytelling that he's good at.
Which I'll send you some clips of stuff that I find fascinating.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to listen to it. Maybe I'll change my opinion on it.
Yeah.
It's just the times I listened to him, it was so hard to, stay focused on his interview because of the just awful connection always.
That's what makes it. Okay, so the place where Shane lives, which is Pittsburgh, PA, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm moving to. And it makes me nervous because hopefully I won't get the same internet service that he has.
Let's hope you don't get his internet.
No. Hopefully they'll have Spectrum up there.
I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
I think you'll be good. I think he's paying for dial-up connection or something like that, and that's why it's coming out the way it is.
I think he's being cheap with his internet.
I would think so too. I know people that live way out in the middle of nowhere and have good internet connection, not like that. All right, Chris, here's one for us. Bunkhouse Brawl, Cody, Dusty, Dustin, and Magnum TA versus Arn, Tully, Barry, and Terry Funk. Oh, man.
Good God. You talk about a freaking barn burner right there.
I'm going with Cody, Dustin, Dusty, and Magnum TA. That's who I'm going with.
Yes, I agree 1,000%. I got to go with the Dusty team, baby. I can't bet against the Rhodes family. I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. I'm not on that one either. Lee Marshall is in Milwaukee for next week. He's on the road. 1-800-COLLECT.
Dude, the original Mustache Mountain.
Did Lee have the best job in WCW? Probably.
He did, man. The Milwaukee mustache rides were given out.
Wow,
man, by the dozens. I'm just saying, by the
dozens,
hundreds.
Bro. Hundreds,
thousands,
probably.
Lee Marshall, he completely. I mean, just apparently his tongue was chapped by the time he got done. Do you realize how much poon you got to lick for like your tongue to be chapped? It was
Poon Slayer
waterlogged.
material right there.
Yes,
Stevie
dude.
talked very highly of the
His
future
tongue
goat.
was waterlogged. I'm sorry, but yes.
Shane
All right,
Douglas,
now we said I'm
ECW Triple
sorry.
Threat Team 1, Benoit, Malenko, and then Triple Threat Team 2, Candido, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Enforcement Rick Rude. Oh, man, tough one. I'm going to go with Benoit and Malenko.
Yeah, I could go with the first one.
Yeah. Taz and Shane, I'm going Taz.
Hold on. Taz and Shane ECW. I go with Taz. Have a heel kid and a guy that claims to have a PhD in pro wrestling knowledge.
It's this dude that he had a group and he didn't like Jeremy's opinion on it, so they like kicked him out of the group. This guy is such a fucking douche. I'm not even gonna give him any love on this show. It's this guy that does a show with his son for wrestling, and he calls himself the wrestling historian, you know. And Jeremy sent me a few clips of this guy. Boy, this guy is the shits.
And
shits.
He's not Howard Finkel. Sorry.
No. Look at Ray Traylor, Chris. Look at him right now.
Honestly, and there's no one that I know of that knows more about which out of the people that I personally know, there's no one that knows more about the business than John Paz. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And thing is I get your feelings on that group over there, but you can deny the fact that John is a damn encyclopedia when it comes to wrestling.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's funny because a lot of times on the show here, we've been notices the fans of the show here, they know more about certain eras than we do, or certain things.
I agree.
And that's fine. I mean, we know a lot about a lot of things in wrestling and history of it. You know, we have a good knowledge of it. But
there's a lot we don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of fans that know way more than a lot of the people about the history and all that stuff. So it's a real bold claim because there's a lot of guys out there that have shows or fans that you see that, man, they live, eat, breathe, and sleep wrestling. They know it so good.
And like the beautiful thing that I love about our group that we have is the fans, they teach us stuff all the time.
And that's a good thing, you know?
And because it's kind of like with my kids, like they're just whenever I think that I have shit figured out, they teach me something that I didn't see before. So like the thing is that don't assume that you know everything because you don't. Be smart enough to know that you don't know everything. Yeah, that's what I tell people.
Taz did and would kill Douglas.
Oh God. All right. Dude, Ray Traylor looks like a badass here.
It's like Big Bubba Rogers. It's like Big Bubba Rogers mixed with the Big Boss Man.
He looks in good shape.
Dude, he's got the Village People chaps on too.
Flat, regardless, man, like he looks badass. Why didn't they go with this look for long?
He leaves shortly after and goes back to WWE shortly after this and has a great run. So
yeah,
they've given him too many gimmicks in WCW. Yeah. He was another guy. He must have had 5 or 6 different gimmicks.
And it's a damn shame because Big Boss Man is one of the greatest big men of all time.
I love Boss Man. He's awesome.
Oh, amazing.
I'll tell you who I don't love is that no talent ass clown in here, Prince Iaukea. I'm going to take this for Daniel since he's not here tonight.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. He's terrible.
Even Russo couldn't get him over.
Nobody could get this guy over. Jeremy says he got kicked out because he hated AEW and told him 10 months in advance that Punk was going to be at Survivor Series, and the guy hates Punk. He was called a negative personality, and his wife, a.k.a. the producer, made an executive decision to have him removed from the group. Imagine if you overvalue yourself and your show so much that your wife is your executive producer of a show that probably doesn't even get 100 fucking views.
Wow.
I'm sure he needs an executive producer.
Wow.
It'd be like me putting titles on here and be like creative director Christopher Martin.
No.
You know,
We're just partners.
Executive producer Jonathan Wangland. Shut the fuck up.
The only freaking titles we have are we are co-owners and we are partners.
That's what it is. Everybody's got an equal say on this show. There ain't no executive director, creative control. It's a team effort. What a fucking bunch of goofs, Jeremy. You lucked out, man. It led you here.
And like we split everything equally. I mean, that's just the way it is,
man.
But good.
You need an executive producer.
We do, John.
Yes, we need to hire somebody. Ray Traylor goes back to WWE as the big boss, man. This time around, Wall Street was running about with the boycott of WCW. Okay.
Yeah. John, you know that it takes me right around 30 minutes to load all like the daily content, but I think we need an executive producer for that now.
A creative director of content.
Yes, exactly. I think I need to go hire somebody.
I'm going to hire a marketing manager to make the thumbnails that take 1 minute.
Oh my God.
Look at the power on Iaukea right there.
God, yes.
He just back body dropped the boss man. Wow.
And
impressive.
Like a fun fact for you guys, me and John and Richie, we get messages all the time from people saying that they could get us more views, they could expose us to like a wider audience, and they can make our show better. And it's like, no offense, but I think we're doing pretty good on our own.
I mean, I can understand it if you got like a big entity in this business, but not when you're just a regular show doing it. That's the dumbest crap. Boss man did look good there, though.
Oh, yeah.
He leaves shortly after this, I think, though, Chris. I think he's due to leave in probably the next 6 months or so.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. And it's kind of like with one of the videos that I posted earlier, something that I didn't know. Apparently, Midian, he asked out Stephanie McMahon.
Good for him.
So, yeah.
Communication of contents could be a title, okay?
There you go.
Sadly, I'm telling the truth. I didn't cuss anyone out and threaten anyone before I was removed. You made a rule that the name CM Punk was banned from the group chat. Jesus.
Wow.
Rewind says, dude, a lot of this wrestling shows takes themselves way too serious. You guys are laid back and have a good sense of humor. That's what it's all about, Rewind. We're here to have fun, you know?
I'm guessing the group he got kicked out of, the person that ran it, was a huge AEW mark.
Probably, yeah, I guess. It's pathetic, man. Have fun, do your show, enjoy it. Engage your guests, man. You ain't no damn executive producer.
No, we're just fans.
Have fun.
Let's just be honest. We're fans. And that guy, he's
Chris,
just a fan.
Chris, it's the time. The time is here, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, the NWO parody's coming up.
What did you think of the clip that I posted about Vince McMahon loving cocks?
I thought it was hilarious. Gene's introduced and we're getting another
You hate animals. I don't hate animals. You love cocks. I love cocks. See?
It's such a great dynamic.
Oh, yeah. And once again, just like Benoit, me and John, we separate the character from the human being.
Jesus, man. Look at Waltman.
This is great. Oh, my God.
Waltman and Conan as Mongo here. This is just... Waltman's the star of this right here, no doubt.
This is great.
They're all great. Trust me, they're all great, all these guys in these roles. But I don't know. Conan's awesome, too. He doesn't say a fucking word the whole time. He just mocks Mongo and dresses up like him. It does it so good.
I love Conan. He's great. Yes.
Midian was also on LSD when they did the Steph Gets Married to Taker. I have heard that, Rand. He has said that himself. Jeremy said I was the bigger person. Apologize. He was actually a WWE mark, but like you said, I'm in a better situation. Yeah. This NWO 4 Horsemen next year. DX does the Nation of Domination. Yeah, we get some funny ones. Dude, here he comes, Daddy. Here comes Mr. Perfect, aka Buff Bagwell here. Buff throwing it right behind his back was great too. He nailed it.
Talent right there.
That ponytail on the back of the WCW hat that he's got too is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Chewing the gum like Kurt. They had these mannerisms down so perfect. Come on out here, Daddy.
Yes,
gotta love Waltman.
Oh my god. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs and I don't even know why. This is great.
Look at the nose, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god. Flair does have a big nose. Are you joining, baby?
Waltman just wooing over and over again is so good too.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Kevin Nash. Let's see, Kevin Nash.
Oh my
The
God.
art is over the top. It is. Don't say CM Punk.
Oh my god.
On knees or Chris
I
will
got a
find you
dog in a spot.
$10,000 and a box of Hot Pockets.
I will. I will find the shit out of you guys with Hot Pockets, okay? Which our currency here is Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets, hot sandwiches, and cold beer.
That's right. I'm gonna find you 3 packs of Hot Pockets and 2 6-packs of Michelob. Just saying. All right.
You know, this was a great rub for guys like Bagwell and Conan at this point. I mean, Waltman was already over and was being a great troublemaker. Buff was, you know, getting to that point where he was becoming a bigger star. Conan, of course, was a bigger star in Mexico, and it's getting kind of a, you know, rejuvenated character at this point. And then they go and all these guys are going to main event at War Games in that War Games match. So what a good feather in the cap it was for guys like Buff and Conan at this point getting put in the main event.
I agree 1,000%. And the fact is that shows the confidence that they had within those two. And Buff, it's like a lot of fans, they have their, oh my God, they have their opinion of Buff. But, oh my God.
Fucking Nash is so fucking great.
This is amazing.
He comes out with a styrofoam fucking cooler, a denim cutoff shirt with a pillow stuffed in his fucking thing.
This is great. I love Nash.
The hair that he does with the art,
with the bald cap,
the neck brace.
But like I was saying, Buff, I believe that Buff, he could have been a world champion. If built up.
If he would have been built up right, he could have been maybe.
Yeah.
Second defense will get you slapped to your bowling shoe ugly. Yes.
Yes.
Buff is the HBK of WCW. All right.
That's a compliment.
That's a great compliment right there.
Yeah.
Nash is so perfect in this and so over the top. It's great.
Yeah.
Guys, the beer's on ice.
Didn't Arn legitimately get pissed off at
They did. They were really pissed off because of his innuendos about Arn calling him a drunk, basically.
Didn't they approve it beforehand?
They talked about it, but I think they didn't really realize how real it would be maybe when they heard it. That's kind of maybe my opinion on it.
Yeah.
And that's probably it to me, that they knew what was going to go on, but they didn't think it was going to be to that level, and it took offense to it. I get it, but I'm not a sensitive person, so it's hard for me, to get upset.
I got you.
Not my spot, your spot, the liver spot. Yes. I'm a guy of average size, speed,
average intelligence.
He's just shooting right out. It looks like he messed up what he was gonna
say. Do you see Walt?
He just said, "Fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna put this in my head. Average carpentry skills."
Oh my God! Did
How
you see Walt
with the tears?
With like the eye drops?
Yeah, he's got like the tear machine of some sorts to squirt water all over himself.
Oh my God!
God.
4 months ago, I had a neck injury. I lost the feeling in my hand, my beer drinking hand. Yes.
Jesus. Even the fans can't hate on this. If you can't hate on this, bro.
This is outstanding. I willed myself back from the industry. I got to the gym. I didn't do anything. What's the neighborhood bar?
Bellied up against the bar like only I can.
Oh my God.
The fat broad, the same that's been following the Horseman for 20 years. Jeez.
Hey, big girls need them too.
I actually liked the Six versus Ric Flair feud, Rand. I thought it was pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah, 2 years later, Dusty joins the NWO. Boy, that was a fart in church with Dusty going in.
Yeah.
That's when they had Louis Spicoli in too, right?
Oh God, yeah. And Louis died a couple months after he joined.
Yeah, sad shit, man.
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
Waldman.
His shirt is getting soaked.
Oh.
Oh my God.
The unpaid bar tabs line. All right. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
No.
Like, if you know they're going to be making fun of you, like,
It's the
I
same
know
character.
they were upset because their family saw it and stuff, but like, if you know they're going to be getting a little personal with you, do you think it's a good idea to have your family watching it?
No.
Yeah. Probably not a good idea
Yeah.
if you don't want to be embarrassed a little bit, especially if you have little kids that don't know the difference.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Remember how I look right now.
Woo!
That's what I'm
Him
talking
throwing that the Four Horsemen sign up too.
This is great. We've reached the lowest point ever on this program, according to Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, Rand, he did come from ECW, and he had a good run over in WWF too. Where he was a jobber and stuff, and then he was Rad Radford.
I thought it was Man Mountain Rock.
No, he was Rad Radford, Louis Spicoli.
What was your favorite Rad Radford match?
Everyone.
Every single
Seattle
one.
grunge Louis Spicoli look.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't beat that.
I agree 1,000%, man. Just you talk about future 24/7 champion material. Rad Radford right there. I mean, I'm just saying
The guy's something else.
He is.
Dude, Nash is just enjoying the shit out of this right now.
He is. And Click This is one of the few podcasts that I still listen to. So
I enjoy it pretty much all the time. Sometimes it's a little bit long, but I love it. Jeremy says, got a non-wrestling question. Hit us with it, Jeremy. Non-wrestling is fine.
Oh, which I took my son the other day. We went to go see like the movie like Quiet Place, day one or whatever. And I had like my son said to me, the aliens that kill people, their two weaknesses is they're blind and they can't swim. I was like, yeah. He's like, what if you're sitting there and you fart? Wouldn't that be like a really crappy way to die? I'm like, yeah, that would. How'd this person die? Well, like they farted and the alien killed them.
Now,
So,
what movie is this called?
It's called A Quiet Place. So, like, essentially, you have to be as quiet as possible, or these aliens will find you and they'll kill you. John Krasinski, the guy from The Office, he was in the first two movies of this.
Okay.
And this was a prequel. So,
Okay.
and I'm not a fan of horror movies, but this is actually like a really good movie. I encourage people to go check out A Quiet Place.
All right.
So
Sounds
yeah.
interesting.
Oh my God, the four jackasses.
That's a great one. And they got the simulate the horseman here. I love it. Great job by these guys. They really, really did well.
This is outstanding. What's called? Where was Scott Hall at?
He comes out later on in the show here.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes out later on the show. And his real life wife was in it too. Okay. And if someone asks you to play the best song ever made, what song are you turning on? Wow, that's a
Good
loaded
God,
question.
that's really hard to do. Say. Uh,
Hmm.
I'll uh I'll think of a song. You know what? I can't speak for the greatest song ever, but if I were to pick a song that I will never get tired of and it always brings a smile to my face, I would say we talk about this guy a lot. The Power of Love by Huey Lewis.
Oh, great song. Huey's one of my favorite of all time.
Huey, that song I will never get tired of. It always makes me smile and it always puts me in a good mood. So yeah, The Power of Love by Huey Lewis. There you go.
Rand's gonna go with Guns N' Roses. It's so easy. Rewind
Okay.
says I like Tony Schiavone. I enjoy his podcast. Absolutely. All right, best song of all time. If I had to pick it, oh man. It's a hard one because I have so many different flavors I like of music. Oh God.
Oh my God, they got Jericho's WWE theme. All right.
I gotta go with a Bon Jovi for me.
Living on a Prayer.
Love Living on a Prayer, but I'm gonna go Wanted Dead or Alive. That's one of my favorite songs ever.
Okay. That's
I love Dead or Alive. Love Bon Jovi. I love Guns N' Roses too, Rand. They're definitely they're up there for me. JBL's Back to the Future theme. Back to the Future, great movie too.
Yes. Back to the Future, that's my favorite. I'd say like my favorite movie of all time. And Huey Lewis, like the honest truth was the soundtrack was a big reason why that movie was so amazing.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
And yeah, like what you call it, yeah, like The Power of Love. I like, I have to say like another song. I would have to say Back in Black, AC/DC.
Good pick.
I love that song.
Good pick.
God, that's a loaded question.
It is. It would depend upon what my mood is for the day.
Yeah. That and I love Purple Rain. I mean, I can go on and on. Phil Collins. Just like the Phil Collins song, In the Air Tonight. I could, this Rod Stewart. I could go flat out. I would have to make a really long list.
Okay. It's a hard choice, isn't it?
It is. Okay.
Chris, I got a tap on this show, man. This show is the shits.
This show is terrible. Okay.
Chris, this might be one of the times we got a tap because this shit is just the worst show tonight.
Yeah, I can see where you're talking about.
I'm not there yet to tapping, but I'm almost there.
Okay. Like, we got about 20 minutes left.
All right. As long as this is why I'm dreading the 3-hour nitros when we get to that era.
Yeah.
Because if it's
why
a
was
bad
this 3
show,
hours tonight?
I have no idea. That's the thing. It's like this match, or excuse me, not this match. This show, literally, other than the Horseman segment, has absolutely nothing good about it.
It's been pure garbage.
It's just been every luchador or lightweight person out there.
You say Billy Kidman in like
this guy coming in now? Little guy.
Little Astro. Little Ashtray.
Dude, this guy. Is he a midget?
I guess. Apparently, Mr. Tony Khan, he's angry at Conan again.
God, Lord help him.
Yeah.
He's angry at somebody all the time. Who's the Great Muta looking guy over there?
That I do not know. Is that Damien?
Damien got knocked out. Yeah, he got the shit beat out of him earlier, but he's back out here now in the Cruiserweight match. We have all the Villanos out, Silver King, Scotty Riggs, the dude with the sunglass mask. What's his name?
Shit. What's his name?
The guy.
It's not Cyclope. It's
Cyclope is the guy with the one eye on his mask. Oh, what the hell is his name? I'm blanking right now. It'll come to me in a minute.
Damn it! I know what you're talking about.
We always put him over because of the mask with the sunglasses and the hat. Now Dragon's out. Alex Wright's back out. This is like the jobber fest right now. This is something.
The Ultimo Dragon was out there as well, apparently.
Rand says, I got to go Back to the Future first, subtitle Power of Love. To the Back to the Future, Can't Drive, 55, Double Back. All right. Got to go with Desperado by the Eagles. Oh, good song. Good
that
song.
Is such a loaded question, because like there's so many great songs out there.
This is what WCW would be if NWO was not there and it was a straight WCW Nitro. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I can't defend this.
I get having one cruiserweight match on this thing, or maybe two, but
yeah,
they've literally had what, like 5 or 6 of them now.
Yeah,
and the other matches are just jobbers for the most part.
Did the main eventers, were they like, fuck it, we're just taking a week off?
I guess so. Was this Labor Day weekend or something?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Because
maybe it was Labor Day weekend and they were just taking time off.
Because it's the thing, guys, like with those guaranteed contracts, whether they showed up or not, they're getting paid.
Oh, nice frog splash.
Good. Okay, that's a bearable moment.
Dude, they're all just having a melee on the outside and nobody cares.
Oh, God.
Jeez, Giant's here. He's paying respect to Arn. Chris, did you give him his cigarettes? He's looking pretty mellow.
I did, actually.
Yeah, he's mellow right now. That just shows you right there that you're doing a good job.
I did. You deserve it.
Eric was not feeling well. He was off fishing. I think Eric's on this later on, actually. I think he comes out shortly.
For life, baby.
Oh, look at there he is. There he is. Eazy-E's coming out. He's got Hollywood with him.
Dude, Bischoff looks so fucking cool at this time.
He does.
I love the beard. And the hair, everything.
Yeah, it works good for him.
It's funny because my wife thinks Bischoff looks better now than what he did back then. I'm like, I will strongly agree to disagree. So yeah.
He was a model or some shit, right?
Oh yeah, he was. He modeled for Sears and Roebuck, Target, and he modeled for like a few other magazines. So
Jeremy said close second, taking Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton. Another great song. Rewind says nothing beats a mailbox check. That's right, man. No matter if you're working or not, you're cashing those big checks.
Where's our stimulus checks at? No, I'm picking.
Hey, if I'm getting big checks in the mail too, and I don't have to go to work, I'm down for it. Sign me up.
Hey, you know what? With a certain special day that's coming up in November of people voting, don't be surprised if a certain leader is trying to bribe the American people with stimulus checks before it happens. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I ain't saying who, but yeah.
We're already $32 trillion in the hole. Sleepy Joe doesn't need to give us more. He doesn't need to put us even further in that point.
It's like, for the love of God, stop it already.
Dude, Hogan's got to stop tanning at this point, man. This guy is just is he like modeling for Hawaiian Tropic or something at this point?
I don't know. That's a really good point.
What tanning solution is he using to stay that dark all the time?
I don't know.
Because he's a pretty light-skinned guy normally, right?
He is, yes. I mean, it's getting so bad that if he did it nowadays, he would be accused of being racist and doing blackface.
Yeah. Yep. How could anybody hate on Hogan at this time for the schedule that he had and how much money he made to do very little often on the show? Like,
he did it. He earned it. I'm sorry.
100% he earned it. Boy, like anybody that ever like shits on him for like not being around as much or, this run that he had sometimes.
Yeah.
You can't blame him. Like
No,
he earned that schedule and stuff.
I would love, brother, if I busted my ass and I carried a freaking company on my back
Mm-hmm.
for years, and I got like a guaranteed contract to where like I only have to work 50 dates a year, you're damn right I'm going to do that because that's what the deal was that he had. Apparently, it was 50 dates a year, and he had to work, I think, 5 or 6 pay-per-views. So, and he had it to where he got a percentage of the pay-per-views he wasn't even on. Hogan was very smart when it came to his business.
Yeah, Hogan took care of himself. He was smart about that stuff, like you mentioned.
Oh hell yeah, he was.
100%. Jeremy says, not gonna lie, every time I head to Myrtle Beach and I play Gone to Carolina in my mind in the car.
I like it. Yes,
I
yes.
don't know that song.
Gone to Carolina in my mind.
Never heard it. Is it a
Brother,
country song?
Yes,
That's why. You're a big country fan.
I am. My wife was a huge influence on that when it came to country and me. So yeah,
My kids love it. They love it.
you can't stand country gating.
Oh, I wouldn't say I can't stand it, but I don't know much of it, and it
Yeah.
never. It's like the only genre other than rap that has never grabbed me.
I
Rap
got
and country, it just never grabbed me. But I get why people like it, though. I really do.
Yeah.
My kids love it. Love it. Always throw it on in the car.
You're more of like a rock and roll, soft rock kind of guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a big 80s and 90s music fan and stuff.
Hair metal, I love.
Oh, metal's great. I love 80s hair metal bands too.
Yes.
I'm kind of like a melting pot, of music. I like just about everything. Like, unless it's country or rap, I'm just not big into it. But I don't hate either of them.
Eclectic is your taste.
There you go. Good one. James Taylor is the man.
Oh, James Taylor's fantastic. The Moody Blues, I love. Pink Floyd, all that shit. I can go on and on.
Rand's going with "Just Came Back to Say Goodbye." I don't know that one either.
That's a good song too. Nights in White Satin by the Moody Blues, I love too.
I always love hearing like things like what people like because it shows just how cool it is to be different. Where you see people that just love different genres.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Like if everybody was alike, wouldn't it be the most boring world in the world?
It would. And the thing is that this reminds me of why I love my favorite music, like my favorite music app of all time, Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
I pay like $14 a month for it, but by God, it has everything in your hands. But I do miss CDs. I do miss physically holding the CDs and like putting them in your car, all that stuff. And back in the day, before I got like the shock-proof CD players, I had to hold like my CD player very still because like the slightest bump would make the damn thing skip. Man, just even though it was frustrating sometimes because like the CD would scratch or whatever, I still miss those times, So.
It was kind of the ritual that you liked about it, I think.
What's that?
It was probably the ritual of the CD that you like. A lot of people like the rituals of things.
Well, it's kind of like with books. Mm-hmm. I would rather buy a physical book and have a physical book than do Kindle and like read it on my phone. It's just holding it for me. And speaking of books, I ordered Bret Hart's 2 books that he wrote. So I'm
the most miserable man in wrestling and the best there is, the best there was. Bill Goldberg sucks dick.
There you go. There's a website. Right? There's a website that's a gold mine for DVDs and wrestling books. And it's really, really cheap. Hold on,
I like everything but Oprah. I even have jazz on in my playlist. I like some jazz music too. I do.
Jazz is great.
Dude,
What you call it?
JJ just got the fucking beat down by the NWO. Now they're spray painting him.
He got his ass whooped, baby.
They're calling for Sting.
There's a website called thriftbooks.com, and they have a bunch of wrestling stuff on here. Really cheap. So, like,
Dude, look at Hogan's necklace. That's a big chain, isn't it?
That is. Too sweet.
Look at all that baby oil glistening on him. Ugh.
Dude, that baby oil is just good.
When he goes to the beach, do you think he like throws fucking baby oil on to get that crispy tan that he's got?
I think he does. Just imagine the shower that they use at the arena, the workers within the arena, whether like they've slipped and they busted their ass, God knows how many times because of the wrestlers, and they're getting the tanning oil off.
How many bottles of baby oil do you think they had on reserve in the back?
48.
Yeah,
just for Hogan,
maybe more.
Yes.
Here comes Liz leading out the Macho Man.
Oh yeah, how you doing? I don't blame Macho for being. I don't blame Macho for being the way he was with Liz, being overprotective, because I mean she's gorgeous. But the fact is that sometimes you gotta give people their freedom, Macho. You gotta let them fly. You gotta give them their wings, because ultimately you're gonna suffocate them to the point to where they don't want to be with you, and that's what happened. I feel bad for you, Macho. I saw a world where Macho and Liz would live happily ever after, and it didn't happen.
Wish it would have happened.
It didn't happen, John.
I know. What? I wish it would have, though. Macho Man, the Madness, Rand said, Iron Butterfly as well for another good song. All right. Lex Luger and Diamond Dallas Page taking on Scott Hall and Macho Man. That's an interesting combo with Macho and Scott, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could honestly see Macho and Scott Hall as like tag team champions together. That would have been fascinating to see. Oh God, I love this theme. I hear it a lot, actually.
Yeah, we've been playing it for about 4 years to lead us in.
we have.
I'm going with Rewind here though on the Macho stuff. Dude locked her in the closet. He has some serious issues. That's some serious trust issues right there when you're locking her in the closet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it was correct, but I'm just saying that in general, I get that he loved her. It came from a place of love, but way overboard with it. So
it's a hell of a way to show it.
I agree. Not saying that
he was a jealous guy, though. Like from what everybody said, he was just so jealous. I'm not a jealous person, so I've never been that way. It's just not me. But I get some people are.
Yeah.
Dude, Kimberly's looking. Woo! She's looking good.
How you doing?
That color of that dress, though, man, she's looking like a lime.
Would you like to squeeze that lime?
I would like to squeeze that lime. I wish they would fucking put the Nirvana sounding one instead of this dubbed over version.
I agree. I mean, but like they want to be cheap asses, and they don't want to.
Name a what if that you wish you got in wrestling.
Okay, so what if meaning something that you wish that would have happened and that didn't?
Yep.
Oh, fuck! That's a loaded one too. I wish. John, you go first. I'm trying to think here.
I'm gonna go with the way Sting was booked in WWE. I wish Sting would have came over earlier and been booked like he should have been as the franchise.
Okay. One of my favorite eras was in 2001. And I wish, similar to what you're talking about, the invasion angle would have had all the big WCW names. And it would have been, yes. just imagine where the business would have gone if they were able to get Hogan, Hall, Nash, Scott Steiner, Booker T, all that shit just all together facing the WWE. I think the WCW brand would still be around as a separate brand.
That would probably be another what if that we could spin out of that. And I would probably say actually might even be my top one thinking about it now is what if WCW never closed and they got on track?
What if Bischoff's company that he was working with, they bought the company and they had like television and like the Big Bang would have happened? Where would we be? Would AEW exist?
Yep.
Would TNA have opened? I mean, just there's a lot of questions. And just saying, I mean, of course, ECW, like they would have died regardless, but like with WCW, it would have been interesting because the top wrestler from ECW that Bischoff was planning on signing, it was Rob Van Dam. So Rob was already planning on going to like the Big Bang show and everything else. It's fascinating hearing Bischoff's view on what he was going to do with the reboot of WCW.
Could have been successful, you know?
Oh, yeah, I agree 1,000%.
We'll never know, though. Rand says WCW invasion angle with only WCW guys, no NWO. You know, DDP he's going with, Sting, Booker T, and Goldberg. That could be a lot of fun.
Oh, but
maybe the NWO comes out and costs them, or the NWO comes back and helps them in some way to fight against WWE. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways.
And speaking of Sting, I mean, I wish Sting would have gone over at WrestleMania. I think it was stupid to have Hunter beat him.
Agreed.
It did no good. The Nexus angle, I believe, John Cena was a fucking moron for beating the Nexus at SummerSlam in 2010. He completely buried a group of young wrestlers. Just imagine if, like, the Nexus, they would have won that and they would have got pushed further. Just saying.
That was a big botch on their part with the Nexus stuff.
Dude, Wade Barrett, future world champion, absolutely a stud.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy's going to go with, for his, a match we never got to see, Sting versus Jericho, and we have the Painmaker version of Jericho. That'd be fun.
That would have been fascinating. That would have been fun to watch, fascinating. Someone that I wish wouldn't have got fired, and just to see where he would have gone. And you know that I have a soft spot for him. Mr. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine if he wouldn't have gotten fired and they would have gone with the storyline that he was the son of Vince McMahon. He would have been a world champion, hands down.
You didn't like Hornswoggle?
Yeah. Oh, fuck no. So, yeah.
It's amazing when you go back and think of some of the stupid gimmicks and stupid things that have been done throughout time in wrestling history, and how some fans just forget, that their favorite promotions do stupid shit too.
I don't know how you have geniuses like Vince McMahon thinking this is a really good idea, guys. And it's like, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, I'm Vince McMahon, a phenomenally absolute genius. Let's be blunt here. We wouldn't have a show without Vince McMahon.
Of course not. Yeah.
I mean,
no way.
We wouldn't be sitting here without Vince McMahon, because like a lot of people, like, they want to talk shit, but the fact is the Facebook wrestling pages, everything we owe to Vince. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everything. Raw, SmackDown, AEW, everything. TNA, Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, a big part of that too. If it wasn't for those two men with the popularity of wrestling back in the 80s and doing the big boom like it did, it wouldn't have snowballed like it did. Mm-hmm. So, guys, you can talk all the shit you want about Vince and this and that, but the fact is without him, we wouldn't be here, period. So,
yep. Rewind says, I'm happy Sting never went to WWE. I don't think of him as a WWE guy, and I don't think they would have used him right either. Sometimes it's funner to think of the what ifs. Yeah, because We think it might work out too, Rewind. You make a good point. We think it might work out, but when it gets down to it, maybe it doesn't go over. And
That's
you
true.
never know until you throw something up against the wall and see if it'll stick. Sometimes it'll stick, sometimes it won't. That's the interesting part of it sometimes, yeah. Rand says Anderson is Mr. McMahon's son, and it turns out that he's Arn's nephew and be the WWE Four Horsemen. I think Four Horsemen was so dead at that point, Rand. Nobody wanted them back, I don't think. What if HBK would have never broken his back? Would he be the guy that's 17-time champion? Interesting.
That's a good point.
Vince McMahon is way WCW came to being. Black Saturday. Yeah, Black Saturday. That was an interesting dark side of the ring they did on the Black Saturday stuff.
Yes. Actually, that was a really good one. Some of like the dark sides, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'll be blunt with you. Like the Black Saturday one was really, really good.
I thought they had a pretty good season this season.
They did.
I thought they did some good ones. The Gentleman Chris Adams one was crazy and interesting.
Yeah. I never realized that frickin' Adams had such a crazy life.
Yeah.
Like he did. And the thing is that for like Adams, such a talented wrestler. Did he ever wrestle for the WWE at all?
Adams?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he ever did. The most interesting one to me, just because of the stories from it and the things people told, one of the most interesting ones, if not the most interesting one that they've done for me, was Herb Abrams. The fucking cocaine cowboy rubbing himself in baby oil and jumping in cocaine piles.
I watched that the other day, actually.
What a character he was.
That's one of my favorites of all time. And it's hilarious because Mick Foley speaks nothing but glowingly about him.
Yeah. Macho Man. What if he stayed in the 90s? WWE. What if he never left and the HBK never broke his back?
I think Macho, he would have regretted it because he would have been stuck as an announcer or as a backstage agent. I don't think Vince saw the value in Macho.
He didn't want to wrestle anymore. That's why he had him on commentary at that point.
Yep.
What if Hunter didn't marry Stephanie? Who would have that job today? Shane or somebody else? Interesting. What if on that one? A lot of WCW didn't cross over well when WCW went out of business. I think Sting made the right choice with TNA and then AW. You know, that's a great point, Rewind, because let's be realistic. WCW was an awful and a fledgling brand at the time, and fans had such a negative, taste in their mouth from the last few years of WCW that a lot of the guys were just kind of watered down to them.
It was blah.
Yeah. They collectively killed the few years of good shit that they did, and they just crushed it.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts at the end of this year. The downward slide starts at the end of this year at Starrcade.
Yeah. Would you say that was the first crack in the armor?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, let me take that back. I'll say bringing too many people in the NWO was the first one. And the second one was botching that shit.
Apparently Nash said the moment he knew the WWE, World Championship Wrestling was going to go out of business was whenever he was watching WrestleMania 14 with Mike Tyson. And he said, you know what? It's over. It's over. We do not have a chance. And it's crazy that he saw that far ahead saying, yeah, this is not going to end well.
Well, that's the end of the show tonight, buddy. We had a marathon night here. We had a blast talking with you guys and stuff. The show sucked. You guys were great. You know, our conversation here was awesome. I had a blast doing it with you guys as always. And I can't say anything really good about the show other than the Horseman angle. The show was a thumbs down and it sucked.
This was one of the worst Nitros we've ever seen. If not the worst.
It's up there. I don't know if it beats the one when Piper had all the jabronis coming out with him to be his new family to fight the NWO.
And then a week later, they completely dismissed it as it never happened.
Yep, they got rid of the shit.
Oh
But
my
it was,
God.
but hell, we still had a great time nonetheless tonight, guys. We had a
did.
blast doing this with you guys. Chris, any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, like I said before, guys, thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support. We are for fans, by fans. As iron sharpens iron, we sharpen each other. We have over 50,000 followers now. Thank you to every single one of you. And the fact is that we, once again, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Our goal for the year was 10,000. We have multiplied that times 5. The goal that I have right now, guys, let's continue to spread the message that wrestling is a way for us to come together. We put our differences to the side, and let's just have some fun, guys. A couple hours a week, escape reality, watch some wrestling, and have some great conversations. So, guys, thank you, and I love you.
Oh, absolutely, man. Jimmy said we all had a great time. Rewind says, thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. And Taz is the GOAT. Good night, guys. John, give that song a listen and get back with me. Rand says, WCW had Chuck Norris, Jay and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Kevin Green with Goldberg on it closer in 2 years after Tyson. Yes. Interesting stuff. No, great time, guys. Thanks so much. And as Chris said, I echo the sentiments. And, we've had a blast. And just keep having fun over there. So thanks so much, everybody. And, keep coming back. Follow the page, like it. Anybody checking us out later on, if you don't subscribe to it, hit that thumbs up on the video. Like us on YouTube and check it out, all that good shit. You guys rock. We'll see you again next week, all right? It's late. I got to get up for actually work tomorrow in the morning. So you guys have a great rest of the night. For Chris, I'm John. We'll see you all again right here on the Retro Wrestling Revival.
Boom.